and nothing can stop me. No. 'Cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies, before it flies. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Susceptible now before the moment flies. Yeah.
Shout out, shout out, shout out. It is a wonderful, wonderful Monday evening, or if you're in Southeast Asia, it is Monday morning, but out here, out east, out west, it is a Sunday evening. And shout out to all you wonderful, wonderful gentlemen and ladies that are here this evening with Andre and Andres Love Crossing Borders. We have a good one tonight, gentlemen. I won't lie to you. It seems as if, let me change the music. Let's put some music behind this one. Let's put some music behind it. Because it seems no matter what men try to do, you just can't make them happy in the West. They ask you to come out of your proceeds, the money that you're making. Men have been doing that by way of simping. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. They ask you to leave them alone because they're independent. You have. And that's not good enough. So you've gotten your passports and then they criticize that. That's not good enough. And so tonight's episode is dedicated to the men and even many women who have come to the conclusion, and it's a harsh conclusion, that many, if not most, modern women do not want to see you happy in any capacity. In any capacity, they do not want to see you happy. Spiritually at peace, no. Economically stable, they don't want to see that either. Strong fathers or uncles or brothers, they don't want to see you behave like that. In a relationship with peace within yourself and not necessarily have to chase them, they, most of all, cannot stand seeing you happy on your own. And don't let it be a part of the 52% of men that don't even have children in the United States. They don't want to see you happy and not paying child support. As I've done my homework and research time and time again regarding this particular topic, I keep coming across the exact same thing. On TikTok, YouTube, and other forms of social media, there's one thing that the women are saying, and they're saying it out loud, whether we want to admit it or not, man. They do not want to see you happy. We're going to talk about that tonight. I'm bringing receipts. Shout out to all you guys, but you already know how I do. Let's get with the intros. Yes, sir. They do not want to see you gentlemen happy. I don't know what we've done to them, but they're going to have to work on that one on their own, because we're not going to sit back and be unhappy on their behalf. I'll say that again. We are not going to sit back and become unhappy on their behalf. Cologne of the night. Cologne of the night is what I'm wearing. I wore this to church this morning, and it is the Nitro Elixir. The Nitro Elixir. It is the cologne. It is a $25 to $30 clone of YSL's Myself. And YSL's Myself is one of YSL's best colognes that they've created. Yves Saint Laurent's, one of their best colognes. And the clone to it, instead of spending $150, because I know you're trying to save for your flight tickets and your Airbnbs when you go on your next trip, you can get this for like $30. Nitro Elixir by Dumont. The brand is called Dumont. They're the same ones that made Nitro Intense, which is a clone of Creed Absolute, not Creed Aventus. I like Creed Absolute a lot better. And both of those, Creed Absolute or Creed Aventus, are still over $300. You might be able to get it on sale for $280. But instead of worrying about that, you can go ahead and get the Nitro Intense by Dumont. So both of these are by the brand Dumont, whether you get the Elixir that just came out a few months ago, or whether you get the Intense. Either one of them, you're going to be a winner. This is the clone of Creed's Absolute, and this is YSL Myself. Each one of these are excellent, really, really good colognes for you guys, colognes for you guys to enjoy. Shout out to all you guys out there. Let me get ready for some shout outs. We got 30 people in the building, and let's get ready for some love straight from my brother T-Mac right out the gate. He said, can you check your audio? Okay, cool. Let me see how I sound. Ooh, wow, that is off. You are right, T-Mac. You are right. Give me a sec to get this mic set up. Ugh, that sounds horrible.
ABC 1 2 3. Let's see. Here we go. There's your boy right there. Thank you very much, T-Mac. Maybe you want to have to do that once all over again, huh? Like I was saying, we went to church this morning, and the colognes of the day is the Nitro Elixir with the YSL by the brand Dumont. And if you want to get a clone of Creed's Absolute, which was the last cologne that Creed came out, and I like Creed Absolute even better than Creed Aventus. I really love Creed Absolute, and this is a 95% clone. And this is Nitro Intense by Dumont. Oh yeah, that sounds a lot better. Good looking out, T-Mac. This is a teamwork channel. I don't know why you guys would think or even imagine that I'm doing this by myself. It is with you gentlemen and some of you ladies that come along that I enjoy doing this channel. Me and Andrea. Shout out to you. And shout out to my brother Black Nubian in the building. Canadian boys are always at it.
I told this guy where I was from. He said, oh, Canada.
Oh, Canada. Hope everything is better as far as the weather. Hope the weather is better where you are in Medellin, T-Mac, and all you guys there in Medellin that were dealing with the rain. It looks like the rains are starting to come this way towards the south of Colombia, which is where Cali is. So it looks like we're getting some of that rain that you guys were getting before. So I hope you guys have better weather this up and coming week. Shout out to you guys. And I hope you guys having better weather in the States, because I know you guys were dealing with all that snow last week. So I hope Canada is looking better as well as the States. Let's get started with our brother David Dice right out the gate. Shout out to Dave of the Dice family, that is. Dave says this. He say, family, Andre and Andrea chat. Salute, my brothers. Salute to you as well, Dave. Salute to you as well. Glad to see that you're here this evening. Yes, sir. And Dave says, Andre, the answer is yes, yes, and a yes. That they hate seeing us happy. I didn't even think about this. I kid you not. I came across this little subject matter. Women were talking about it. I came across this subject matter because women were saying how much modern women don't want to see you guys happy. And they are serious about it. You being happy and traveling the way that you do, and some of you guys that don't travel, but you're not out there dating and spending as much money as you used to spend, those women are not happy to go to meetup spots and speed dating events and you guys aren't there. You guys aren't showing up. And you're at home at peace watching the Pistons playing the Nets. You're at peace. And these women do not, and I repeat, there are women that are saying women are not happy seeing you happy. It's crazy. Shout out to my brother Bean being in the building. He said, hello, Andre. He said, how you feeling this Sunday? I'm feeling great, man. Took a couple days off to spend some time with Mrs. Spence, Mrs. Andrea. Had a couple of consultations to do, and I'm on a countdown for my first certification exam on the 15th. So it's study, buddy. Study, buddy. Yes, sir. Shout out. Let me go back up for a second, Dave. A shout out to my brother, Pharaoh in the building, Ishmael in the building. Say, Andre, you see Corey Holcomb's dude. I've been trying to get one of those shirts. If anybody comes across the link to be able to purchase one of those Corey Holcomb's Anton Daniels t-shirts, let me know if you guys come across the link, because I will purchase one immediately. Yes, sir. Shout out to my brother Corey. David says this. He say, Dre, you're right. They are really not. They don't want to see us happy. A sister asked me my preference, and I told her Latinas, snow bunnies, and Middle Eastern. Yeah, they're gorgeous. I love me some Middle Eastern ladies too. I won't even lie. Middle Eastern ladies. He said the amount of hate and vitriol I received from that lady was unholy, Dre. I can imagine she's spewing even about right about now. I kid you not. Spewing and stewing. I kid you not. It is crazy how they can have a preference and we don't get upset. Ladies, get all the white boys you want. We ain't tripping. If you going with the Asian brothers, go ahead and enjoy yourself. But don't be upset. Don't be upset as we decide to diversify ourselves in our lives as well. Shout out to all you brothers here. And my brother, what incarnations do we have here? My brother Chill with Will is in the building. Shout out to you. Salute to you as well, brother. Will says this. Salutations, Andre in the chat. He say, support the channel by smashing the like button, and a little donation helps the channel to grow. This is true. We're actually working very hard behind the scenes for Andrea's channel to grow, and is growing. And we are working on this channel, and I will be having the book for all that donated to the Children's Cancer Foundation. I want to say thank you for all you guys, and we've donated. We sent the money out, and I already mentioned to you guys before that the book that I'm putting together right now, my next book, which will be The Unshakable Man, you guys will be receiving a free e-copy to everyone that donated. So everyone that donated to the Children's Cancer Foundation, I'll be reaching out to you in the next few weeks to let you guys know, hey, the ebook is ready and I want to send it out to you. So I'll be reaching out to you guys on the show, letting you guys know that it's available. And then for the rest of you guys who want to support, you can purchase the actual tangible book of The Unshakable Man. And The Unshakable Man is a listing of excerpts or stories of how certain men put themselves in a position to where they were unshakable. So we have stories directly from the mouth of Bruce Lee, how he became unshakable, Samuel L. Jackson, Michael Jordan. We have Warren Buffett. We also have direct story from the mouth of Jeff Bezos, how he put his life in the position to be unshakable. So these are just stories by very famous men throughout history, and how they had a very problematic moment in their lives and how they overcame it and how they were able to be unshakable. You know, you wouldn't think that Bruce Lee would have a moment of being shakable, but yeah, he had moments of being shakable too. And so I have his excerpts of what he said, what he did to position himself to be unshakable. Shout out to all you guys that are here and that supported. He said, yes, sir. And no simping allowed. Yes, sir. Stay strong, men. And in the phrase of the day, no simping allowed zone. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate that, brethren. Appreciate that. Let me scroll back up to all the other brothers that are here. And let's see where we are. Well, my brother Bean, shout to Bean. He said, hello, how you doing? How you feeling this Sunday? I'm feeling great. And for all you guys over there on the other side of the world, in Japan and all parts of Southeast Asia, shout out to you. Good Monday morning to you guys over there. Shout out to my brother Raymond in the building. Good morning and good evening, everyone. Yes, sir. And Kenny People said this. Kenny, shout out to you, brother, for all that you do behind the scenes with the videos that you send that always actually opens up the doors of motivation for a lot of the videos that we do. Kenny and other guys who always send me videos, I'll take it. I'll take parts of it and I'll clip them together. And all of a sudden, we've got a show for that evening. I'm also going to be doing that video that you were talking about the Blasian sisters, putting that together for us this weekend. I'm putting that together for us this week. Tomorrow's video will be about a passport Pookie who went to jail in DR. Who went to jail, had to fight to get out of jail in DR for something that he didn't even do. I believe he was in jail for a year to 2 years. And so I have his whole story. And you're looking like, dude. And then after, we're going to talk about, and he's going to show you what happened to his life after he gets out of jail. You thought the Pookieism was over? Oh, no. So we're going to look at some of the passport Pookies in DR. Shout out to the brethren. Shout out to the brethren. Yes, sir. He said, you're right about that. He said, they don't want to see us if they want to see, wait a minute. You're right about that. They don't want to see us have, they want to see, don't want to see us have, they want to see us miserable as F. That is so, so true. I don't know why they want us to be miserable. We don't want them. We never want to see them miserable. We really don't. We want to see them happy as we go off into the sunset. You know, shout out to LJD. Southern Vegan is in the building. And once again, my brother T-Mac, salute to you, brother. And let me scroll down a little further. Oh, yeah. Mr. Enigma is in the building. Shout out to you, Mr. Enigma. Glad to see that you're here. Say peace and blessings, brothers. Peace and blessings to you, Mr. Enigma. Glad to see you here, brother. Really are. We really are glad to see you here. Let me scroll down a little further, see who else I can give some shout outs to. Yeah, I'm glad that you told me about that, T-Mac. I really am. Sound like I was down the hall somewhere. Said, does Dream Mike sound straight? Yeah, it did. It was off. It was definitely off. Shout out to my man Don, aka the Don JP, is in the building. He said, good evening, Andre and Andrea, and to all in the chat. He said, at work, listening in, be easy, chat family. Yes, sir. I listen to, just in case you guys ever want to do, I listen to the live streams. Yes, there are very few of our live streams that I don't listen to throughout the week. I'll listen to it while I'm doing some work or while I'm working out, while I'm going for a walk. I'll listen to the live streams. So I listen to them and enjoy them, and I sit back and I laugh at myself quite often as well. Yes, sir. So shout out to all you guys that are listening in if you're not watching. Shout out to my brother Nick in the building, always representing. Good evening, Uncle Andre. He say, and good evening to the chat. Glad to see that you're here, Nick, as well as my boy Passport Personas in the building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He said, your mic is off. I know you guys. I'm glad you guys let me know that Nitro Intense is my favorite. I'm glad that you validate that, Tevin. I'm glad that you're validating that. Glad to see you here, but I'm also glad that you're validating that Nitro Intense. I kid you not, man. When we were in, I was telling somebody today in the WhatsApp group, when we were in France and I smelled that Creed Absolute, it is 1000% Nitro Intense. And I want to double check. I want to make sure maybe my nose was smelling something a little different a few years ago. So when we went to Curacao, the island right off the coast of Venezuela a few months ago, and I got a chance, and I already had this, so I already really knew what this smelled like. And I got a chance to smell once more the Creed Absolute. Now, it was going for $300 a bottle, $350. on sale is $280. And I kid you not, it's literally the exact same DNA, same formula. You are not if you bought this, the Nitro Intense by Dumont, you are not missing anything on that Creed Absolute. You really would tell yourself, like, man, why did I waste $300 on Creed Absolute when the same formula is in here? I kid you not. And it's only $25-$30. I kid you not. Shout out to you guys. He said, hey, Dre, your sound's a little off. Shout out to you, Raymond, be in the building for letting me know, all you guys. Let me know. I'm thinking I'm doing something too, but I'm glad the sound is back on track. Okay, shout out to my brother, LaBeats 6. Hope that I pronounced that correctly. He said, yeah, I think that his mic is off too. Yeah, you guys help me. Yeah. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for letting me know that the mic is much, much better. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sometime shout out to my brother Sean D. Upshaw, my mentor, my brother, my friend. Glad to see that you're here this evening. We got a good one, Sean. We got a doozy. We got a doozy tonight. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And shout out to once again my brother Tevin King in the building. He's always here. Yes, sir. And Tevin says salute to everyone, as well as Jay Anderson, the great that is in the building. He say salute to grown man in the chat. He say Andrea and Andrea, love crossing borders. Appreciate you always, Dre. Appreciate you, gentlemen, man. I really do. I don't take that for granted at all. I don't just say it, and I know you guys don't just say it, man. We're like a brotherhood, family, man. I kid you not. I love the fact that, you know, that travel has brought us all together, whether you're traveling already, whether you're traveled and living in another country. I love the fact that passports, travel, global insight, learning about other cultures has brought brothers together that would have never known each other. Just think about it. T-Mac is from California. I'm from the Midwest, and then from Florida for 14 years. Just imagine what travel has done. How many guys that you've met and ladies that you've met from all across the United States, really around the world. We've met so many individuals to where now we come together on social media and we're able to relate to one another as well. This is going to be a great topic tonight, guys. A really good topic. So I appreciate you guys more than you realize, as well as my brother Black Knight, the Black Knight in the building. He said, Andre, he said, any chance, did you get my email? I did get your email the other day. I did get it. So I want to check I'm going to go ahead and respond to your email when I get a chance. I kid you not, probably during the show. But yeah, I got it. And I knew it was you too. I knew it was you. I was like, is that my dude? I was like, okay, cool. I got you. Shout out to my man, Big Brother in Life in the building. Always representing, always showing some love. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Ronan Travelers, them brothers in the Philippines, always representing. Good morning to you and all the guys out there in Southeast Asia. He says this. He said, salute. Yes, sir. He said, salute my brother Andre. He said, good morning from the Philippines. Enjoying my coffee, listening in the lab. Let me ask you this, Ronan, because we haven't talked about this in a couple of days. How has everything been since I think it was like the slight earth? No. It was the floods that were going on. How are things? Is everything back on track or starting to get back on track as far as the infrastructure in the Philippines? I know it wasn't truly super bad all over, but I think it was the typhoon that took place, if I'm not mistaken. Let me know how things are going over there, man. Trying to keep an update on everybody's weather. Once again, shout out to David Dice of the Dice family for the love that he's supporting. Shout out to what am I doing right tonight? My brother Alexis is in the building. What's up, brother? Hope the family is doing good, Alexis. I remember last time we talked on the phone, so hope the family is doing great, man. Keep me up to date with a text message or whatever it may be, just to let me know how the family is doing back home. Yes, sir. He said, good luck on that certification. I am going to knock it out the box. I am excited about it. I kid you not. I am excited about it. Yes, sir. My man Nick, once again, he said, I can envision the stark look of the black women gave you when you said that to her. Yeah, I can imagine that. I can imagine that when David said that. What? They really don't think that we're leaving. They really don't think that we're leaving. And here's the crazy part. They really think the only reasons that we're leaving is because of women. They really think the only reason that we have to leave the United States, Canada, UK, and the West is women. It can't be because of our country. There is no way you're leaving because of inflation. They couldn't be because of job losses, is it? Couldn't be because the food in the United States is now made of rubber and made of computerized foods. That can't be the reason why people are leaving, because America doesn't have the healthiest water in the world anymore. That can't be it. It's got to be women. It's got to be. It can't be because we have two gangs that are running our country, the Democrats and the Republican gang. Can't be. It's got to only be women. So we just let people in the States and Canada and UK think what they want. We'll let them think what they want. But at the end of the day, they can dislike us. But when these live streams go off and these cameras go off and everything, T-Mac is still living his life. When this live stream goes off, Ronin Travelers is still sitting back in the lab enjoying his cup of coffee. These women cannot, they can put up as many TikTok videos, YouTube videos as they want. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, we're going to live this new life, and we're not coming back to the States unless we're coming back to make money. We go back, make money, and get back up out of there. That's how we do it. Go back, make money, and get the heck back up out of there. So yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me scroll down a little further. Shout out to my man Cool being in the building. Cool it now. You got to slow it down. Ooh, watch out. Oh, we got my man William H. here in the building. Oh, we got 68 in the building. Oh, my goodness, man. I'm going to go give a shout out for one more minute. Let me see if I can get everybody. Such as my brother, the African Wolf. Yes, sir. 2 years. Yeah. Yeah, dude got 2 years. Pookieism at its best. Shout out to Raymond Turner of the Turner family in the building. Year of our Lord, 2026. Shout out to Black Nubian once again. Let me scroll down. Let's see who else is in here. Hope I didn't miss anybody. Let me make sure. Thus far, pretty good. Good to see Will back, man. You know, Will's been busy. My brother Esco is in the building. This is a family reunion today. This is a family. And we got Bobby Coltrane of the Coltrane family. Oh, we doing good. He said, sorry I'm late. He said, I didn't get the notification. I had to, he said, I had no idea that you were starting so early. How's everybody doing? Doing pretty good. I will be starting, just to let you guys know, from now on, I will be starting at 6:30 instead of 7 o'clock, because what I'm doing now, because we're doing I've got my exam coming up at the same time. We're doing the classes for Theo, the Armageddon. Yeah. So I'm going to bed early, and I'm getting my butt up early in the morning, get all this work taken care of. So yes, sir. I'll be starting at 6:30 instead of 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock with the live streams now. And shout out to my brother Jamon being in the building as well. Glad to see that you're here. Shout out to you. Let me scroll down a little bit further. I think I got everybody thus far. Yep, I got Bob. Shout out to Bobby. Oh, track and field is in the building. 1906, the Jesse Owens year. He said the Matrix is for money, and after that, it's time to go overseas. The Matrix is for money, and after that, it's time to go overseas. And I was on a panel earlier. You know, I rarely do panels, especially on TikTok, but I was on a TikTok panel with a brother that is in Japan right now. And so he has a TikTok channel, and I joined it today. And he was like, man, Dre, I'm glad to see you here, and so forth and so forth. And one of the sisters from the States, I say, "Are you married?" No. I say, "Wow. So I understand why you're upset. If I was living your life, I'd be upset too." And so one of the sisters was talking about how, well, so many passport bros are leaving their children and they're just going to other countries. I say, whoa, hold up. I say, first of all, statistically, most men in the United States don't have children. It's like, what is it? 53% of all men in the United States don't even have a kid yet between the age of 18 to 40. Now, over that, it gets higher. Over 40, it gets higher. But between 18 and 40, it's like 47% of all men in the United States have a child. And I emphasize to the women, I said, listen, I say most of these guys are traveling while their child is aging. I say, in other words, they haven't relocated and left yet. They're just like, okay, while the child is with their mom during the summer, I'm going to spend time traveling. And then when the child comes back to live with me, I'll be here. The women couldn't understand how passport bros can walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. They just automatically think that all of us have left, and you just shun your responsibilities to your mom, your grandma, your dad, and to your children. And I'm like, that's far from the truth. I say that's another myth that you ladies have created to make yourselves feel good. And that piggybacks off of tonight's topic. Shout out to my man Danny in the building as well. Appreciate you, Danny, being here. Yes, sir. I got that. Oh, yeah, in the Alexandria Visionary. Let me write that down. Alexandria is one of my favorite brands. Visionary. Okay. Let me write that one down by Alexandria. And they always, if you guys haven't been turned on to Alexandria brand, they're a clone house as well. And they do some excellent clones. Now their clones the bottles are a little smaller, like Dewey. Dewey is DUA. They do clones. They've got like 300-400 different clones, as well as originals. Another one is Alexandria. So if you haven't been turned on to Alexandria clones, I highly recommend that you do. They are well worth it. And their clone work is great. Now I have that infusion up top. the infusion is up top, which is the clone of which is the clone of Louis Vuitton Imagination, and it is good. For $40, bruh, I'm telling you, it is. I think it's more like $30 I paid, and it is probably one of my favorite clones. And it is such a clean scent. So shout out to the Louis Vuitton collector, which is our brother Will, who turned us on to so many clones as well. Once again, shout out to African Wolf being in the building. The African Wolf, my favorite YouTube name. Shout out to Michael in the field. Michael's in the field. He said, hey, Andrew. He said, my boy went to Zambia. That's a good place to go to. He said to meet a girl he met online. He went by himself without leaving the States before. Is this okay? Yeah, it is okay. How you think most of us got out here? Other than you military guys, most of us actually travel to other countries by ourselves. Our first trips. My first trip to Colombia was a 5-day trip by myself. Most of us aren't traveling in groups. The one thing that we that we emphasize on is make sure that you reach out to somebody that's out there in advance. For example, if you know that there's a Facebook group in Zambia, join that Facebook group. If you know there's a Facebook group in the Philippines, join it. Or if you're here and you're like, hey, wait a minute, I'm here on Love Crossing Borders. I know I'm going to the Philippines. There is no way I'm not sending comments to Ronin Travels. There's no way. Ronin Travelers is right here and you're going to the Philippines. That's like coming to Medellin and not putting a comment in the comment section to T-Mac or to Will and say, excuse me, brother, do you mind if I send you an email? Is there a way that I can contact you? Because I'm coming to Medellin for the first time by myself. Reach out to these dudes, man. I kid you not. Reach out to your brothers. That's why we're meeting each other. So yeah, it should be fine. Like I kid you not. Most of us went on our first time to DR by ourselves because most of the people and the brothers back in the States, they ain't trying to go nowhere. I did a consultation with a brother yesterday. He said, Dre, he said, I'm going to Medellin for the first time by myself this week. He said, I'm so excited. He said, I tried to get my brother to go. He said, but he won't get his passport. And I've done consultations with several guys that's happened, that they had family members or good friends, and they were like, man, I'm not going to wait for my friends to go to DR. I am not going to wait for my friends to go on a cruise. I'm not going to wait for my friends to fly to Mexico. I am going by myself. And Austin Holloman didn't wait around for us to go to Africa, did he? What about O'Shea? The O'Shea Duke Jackson? O'Shea Duke Jackson. Back at it again. Did he wait for us to go to Africa? I believe he's in Uganda. He didn't wait for us, did he? He just went to Uganda. Did Austin Holloman wait for our okay to go to Kenya? Oh, he didn't? What about all the brothers that's been going to South Africa? They didn't wait for us, did they? They just went to South Africa on their own. So, yeah, it should be fine. As long as he makes sure that he communicates with you, reaches out to you, as well as his family members when he lands, he should be fine. And 9 times out of 10, he probably met him a really good woman out there, too. Oh, yeah. Shout out to you, Michael. Shout out to you, my brother. Shout out to you. He said French Montana yes. That is a part of French Montana's collection, that infusion. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Good call. And shout out to Jay Anderson, to our brother Ronan. Shout out to all you guys in the salutes. Let's get started. We got 77 in the building, man. We're going to have some fun tonight. Let me change the music. And we can get started. And I'm glad that you guys like the new outro videos that I've been showcasing over the past couple of days. That's the wrong music. Here we go. There we go. Let me turn that down. We got our smooth jazz that we often listen to on this channel. As I was saying before, guys, I know you guys are not wasting your time sitting around worrying about what women think. This episode is not about that. This episode really goes out to the ladies, because women are saying this. Women are saying why, or asking the question, why do women not like to see men happy? Women are now asking women. We don't even have to defend ourselves these days, guys. There are so many women out there, from Six to Goddess, Chantel Simone, our girl Dee Dee, all the way to Danica Marie and Crimson Cure. We got so many women out there that are speaking up for men right now and asking questions. And one of the questions they're asking now is, why are you hating on men? Whenever a man is happy, whether he's just sitting back watching a football game, whether he's playing his video games, whether he's watching a movie, whether he's traveling, somehow, some way, these women keep coming up with a blueprint and a plan on, I am going to dislike this man. And the sad part is, a lot of times you are being disliked by the woman that's in your own household. That's the sad part that I'm seeing back in the States. It's not total strangers and coworkers that dislike you. No, a lot of times you're at peace, minding your own business, and here come your woman out in the garage want to bother you. A lot of times women will see their man happy. Or women, one woman we're going to see today, she said, I was in the club. I saw a group of men laughing. She said, I thought to myself, what evil are they plotting? Just because she saw a group of men laughing, she actually believed that the men in a club were plotting something, because they were just enjoying themselves and she was over there just bored. This is the type of behavior that you guys that are dating back in the States, you're going to have to be able to contend with the new norm. I'm going to say this again. This is your new norm. Women not liking you, or not liking to see that you're happy, and not necessarily not liking you, but not liking to see you're happy. This is the new American norm. So don't think that I'm saying something that's far-fetched or or that's not what people normally think, or that's just on social media. No. And for all those that just say that social media world, do realize who makes up 100% of social media. You ready? Regular, everyday people like us. Social media is made up by society. Most of TikTok is regular, everyday women giving their opinions. So when we sit back and we say that there are women out there that aren't happy with you, well, let's watch the video, because you're going to see they really aren't happy with you being happy.
Women attack men when they're happy.
Women attack men when men are happy. So wait, why do women do that?
Because happiness and power comes together in a man's body, and the power is scary, terrifies us, especially if we don't feel connected to you, because we're afraid to use it against us. If we feel connected to you, then we're happy you're happy. If we don't, it's scary. And so we have to diminish the power. So we will attack them when they're happy. They come home, they caught a big fish, or whatever it was they did. If it wasn't something that I did that gave you that feeling, then that's a problem.
Yeah, you're more excited to go out with your friends.
It's supposed to make you happy.
Women.
And throughout the video, you guys are going to notice that trend, or that theme, if you will. Women are going to be saying throughout the night, if I wasn't the catalyst for your happiness, I'm not happy for you. If I wasn't the reason why you're filled with glee, I'm not happy for you. Let's continue on.
Women hating to see men be happy. They hate to see it. So many women, even if they're married or have a boyfriend, they're like, ugh, I hate when he's happy. Ugh, he's smiling. Ugh, gosh. Like, I don't understand that. I don't understand why a woman would want a man to be unhappy, or why she just doesn't feel comfortable when he is happy.
That's real life crazy how much women strongly hate to see men happy, to see men having fun, to see men at peace. I'm going to keep talking about this subject because there's 100 men versus one gorilla. It was like really fun, and it still is. It still is. I love seeing the videos. I post them all the time on Instagram on my story. You know, they even equipped it, incorporated some animation and shit in there. So I'm really fucking with it. You see the Naruto. But yeah, it's crazy how much women hate to see men enjoying themselves, hate to see men having fun. I literally have heard women say they see their man doing something he enjoy or having fun, and they're like, turn their face up. They real life hate that shit. It's women in relationships that hate to see their man happy. They hate to see their man at peace. These women really hate to see us having fun with this 100 man versus one gorilla subject, because they're not the center of our attention. Most of the time, us men, we're doing any and everything for a woman to get her attention, to get her to sleep with us, to get her to talk with us. Now we're just having fun without her included. They don't know what to do with themselves. They can't fucking stand that shit. If they're not the center of attention, then the world don't need to exist no more. It's crazy. Real life crazy.
I told people before, they're like, oh, you hate all men. I'm like, I've never said that, but if the shoe fits, wear it. I don't give a fuck. But also, yeah, don't you? Haven't you ever spent time with one? They're fucking awful. Like, have you ever seen a group of guys out, like all straight dudes, and they're all laughing? Have you ever been like, God, I wonder what they're laughing at? No. When they're laughing, I'm going, the fuck are they doing? Something bad, probably.
I'm like, they probably just hit a woman.
You heard what she just said? I will be bringing that back. She said, you ever been out and you see a group of guys and they're just minding their business and they're laughing? And you're wondering, what are they laughing at? She said, I think to myself, they've probably done something bad. And then the next girl says, they probably just hit a woman. Kiki, cat. And you guys want us to get on a plane and come back to the United Snakes of America for that. And it was the big girl. It was the big girl that said they probably just hit a woman. DV on women is not a laughing accusation and a laughing topic. And yet these ladies will sit back and spew this madness. I'm going to bring that beat back for you, gentlemen. It's just sad how hurt women teach other women to be hurt. It's just so sad, so sick. Let's bring that back. There we go.
I'm with one. They're fucking awful. Like, have you ever? I told people before, they're like, "Oh, you hate all men." I'm like, I've never said that, but if the shoe fits, wear it. I don't give a fuck. But also, like, yeah, don't you? Haven't you ever spent time with one? They're fucking awful. Like, have you ever seen a group of guys out?
You know who she remind me of? Excuse me. It just hit me. Remember what I said? I often say that the two things that you'll find in the United States are women that can give you sex or sexy. That's very common in our country. This woman, she's not a unattractive woman. She's decent, right? This woman reminds me of the women that I would smash because they had nothing else to bring to the table. She reminds me of the women that had that attitude and anger towards men. She come over to my spot, drunk off Hennessy from being out with her big girlfriend all night long. I smash her. Now, my rule was you can't stay in my house overnight. So by 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm kicking you out. I don't care how drunk you are. And that's all they were good for. Their character was so off. So even if they had a slight hint of attractiveness, their character made them so ugly that they were just good for smashing. And a lot of them are your coworkers. And a lot of them were my coworkers that were just good for smashing. This female is not, think about it, let's be real. Let's be honest, gentlemen. There is nothing about this woman's demeanor that says she needs to be in a relationship with a dude. She needs to be married. She needs to be your children's mom. There's nothing about her just in the few seconds that we've picked up. Now, we don't completely know her, but we do know in the few moments that we've said that she says, whether you like what I say or not, she say it is what it is. And I'm paraphrasing. There are women that just do not care, guys. And they're only good for smashing. Some of you guys would see what simps will do. Meet this young lady here and call themselves falling in love, and I could change her. She's only talking about those guys. She's not talking about. See, that's what simps do. Simps have a bad habit of thinking that it's always the next man that the ladies are talking to. See, no. She's not talking to me, guys like me. She's talking to, or they're talking about the other guys because I do this and I spend this and I've done that. And simps don't realize she's talking to you too, bruh. She's talking to you too. So at the end of the day, we have to just realize that there are women out there. Sadly, one of the reasons we get our passport and travel, because a lot of the women's characters in our home countries are just that. They're so tarnished that the ladies are attractive enough for sex. Let's be real. Some women, if not many women, are only attractive externally. There is nothing attractive about some women internally. So yes, you a man, you a smasher, but she ain't gonna never meet your mama, your pastor, your dog, your cat. She ain't gonna never meet nobody in your life. Why? With that demeanor, you ain't about to introduce your boys to nothing like this. You just gonna be like, hey, remember LaWanda from the club? Yeah. I smashed that last night, dog. You know, I took care of that business. Man, LaWanda always got an attitude about something, man. I don't like her, dog. I don't like her either, but she was drunk. She came through the crib. I beat her back in, and I kicked her out. This is the type of chick that you talk about when you're inside the barbershop and you're having comparison. What chick gave the best head that the past week type of thing. And she'd show up. Yeah, I met this one chick, man. She gave fire head. Bad attitude, though. Bad attitude, but she gave fire head. That's those chicks right there. Now, the big girl, this big girl winner. Her friends that she talking to, I know some of you dudes love to cuddle up with the big girls on a cold night. Some women play themselves, in other words. That's what my point is. We do not have to put them down. We do not have to criticize. There are too many women that play themselves with their rhetoric. And that's sad. Let's continue on, gentlemen.
Like all straight dudes, and they're all laughing. Have you ever been like, God, I wonder what they're laughing at? No. When they're laughing, I'm going, the fuck are they doing? Something bad, probably. I'm like,
see what I'm saying? What are they doing? They're probably doing something bad.
they probably just hit a woman. They're probably high-fiving over a slur. I bet. That's what I think. When I see men doing it, I'm like, what are you laughing at? What's so funny? The state of the world? Turn on the news.
What's so funny? The state of the world. They probably said a slur. That's why they're high-fiving. Maybe some of us owe an apology to some of these ladies because they're so hurt and so bitter. Maybe some of us who smashed that coochie once or twice and kicked her to the curb, she still hurt about that. Some of you can I be honest with some of you dudes? Some of you dudes gave these ladies some of the best sex that they ever had. And then you disappeared. You think she ain't mad? Now, for you, you probably was thinking, okay, it was a decent night. You know, a couple times I smashed it was decent, but in her eyes, some of you brothers were magical. You hit that coochie with the force of 10,000 Thors. I mean, she was shaking so good when you was eating it. You taught her the definition of lap dance because she was dancing while you was lapping. And then you disappeared. You were funny after sex. You were funny before sex. You gave her massages. Let's be real. You gave her massages. Some of y'all came with flowers, cards, and candy. Her mama just so happened to stop off by the house when you were over there, and you were like, yes, ma'am. Oh, yes, ma'am. You are courteous. I'm being so serious. Some of these ladies are ultra hurt because some of you dudes treated them good for a short time period in the name of Luther Vandross. You left, she felt like that because you did her like this.
I want sex in the kitchen, over by the stove. I want put you on the counter, by the buttered roast. Hands on the table.
You had her
on your tippy toes.
On her tippy toes.
Making love like the restaurant was closed.
You had her on her tippy toes. She's feeling like Luther. She was not meant. She really thought you were about to turn this house into a home. And you disappeared. I've done it. I'm not denying it. And if I've done it, I bet you a few of you guys done it. You've hurt some hearts. Instead of just giving a quick smash, a good quickie, here you go making love. You holding her by the back of the head, whispering all of Drew Hill lyrics in her ear. Tell me what you want. You hold the back of her head, whispering Drew Hill lyrics. Tell me what you need. Tell me it ain't good enough for you, babe. Tell me you sit up there singing Drew Hill in her ear, holding the back of the head while you having sex. She bust 3 orgasms that night. She ain't had an orgasm outside of a battery operated toy in 2 years. That was her first orgasm in 2 years. And you disappeared. You dirty mother. You know how she feel about you? And men that look like you and act like you and walk like you and talk like you, a lot of you dudes have left. A lot of us men have left women, owner of the lonely hearts, owner of a broken heart. We've let those women as owners of the lonely hearts. And sometimes we don't remember that. You know, years have gone by. You're a different person now. But she isn't. Many of these women are still hurt. You being that one dude that broke her back in for about 3 or 4 days and you disappeared. She called your number. It's a dial tone.
I bet you wouldn't be laughing so hard. I'm just harassing them.
Doesn't that irritate you? Pause. Doesn't that irritate you? A nigga just enjoying life outside? Fuck yes.
You heard what she just said? She said, does anything irritate you? I want to bring that back. And she said, yes. Anytime I see a man enjoying himself outside of me. I'll bring that back. There are women that get irritated by their men and their own man enjoying himself. But how dare you do it away from them? Let me bring that back so you guys can hear it.
They're probably high-fiving over a slur. I bet. That's what I think. When I see men doing it, I'm like, what are you laughing at? What's so funny? What did you do? The state of the world? Turn on the news. I bet you wouldn't be laughing so hard. I'm just harassing them.
Doesn't that irritate you? Pause. Doesn't that irritate you? A nigga just enjoying life outside? Fuck yes.
I hear this from girls all the time. Like, why does your man enjoying life without you hurt so much? Like, unless a man is controlling and insecure, he has no problem with his woman going out, enjoying life, hanging with her friends. He have no problem with that. But I hear too many girls, oh, I hate when my man go hang out with his homies, or he's on a game all day, or he's watching anime, or anything that doesn't revolve around her, which is mind-blowing. Do you know that man was a whole person before he met you? You need to still let him be a whole person in the relationship, or the relationship will not work. He will get tired of you. He will get fed up with you, and then eventually he's going to leave you exactly where he found you, on the other side of the door.
Facts.
There's no reason why someone that's 45 is trying to talk to you. You're young.
I'm not gonna hold y'all. Controversial take. I think women only have these opinions now because women have focused more on the careers, education, and being independent. They're older in age, and now they're pushing these agenda more only because they're now at an age to settle down now, where they're in their 30s. So,
but pushing what is
women?
what's the agenda?
You guys are all against these men dating younger women because it takes options away from you guys. Guys, your age now.
Oh, I didn't know.
You see how upset they got? If you think that older women are happy, remember we're talking about women not being happy for men. If you think older women are happy for us men that are in relationships or dating young or have the ability to date younger women, no. They are not dancing, bruh. They are not dancing in the streets for us. We can forget about that one. That one, you might as well hang that one up. They are not dancing in the streets for us. Their competition is the younger women. I was watching videos today of women, lonely women over 50. And then I looked at lonely women over 40. Then I looked at lonely women in their 30s. How dare you in your 50s, late 40s, have the audacity to meet a younger woman that's maybe 10 years younger, 7 years younger. In my case, 27 years younger. How dare you do that? How dare you? Me and Andrea went to church this morning, had a great time this morning. How dare you go to church with that younger woman? How dare you go to the synagogue or to the mosque with your younger woman? How dare you do that? There are women that are perturbed at the fact that you have the ability to bring somebody younger like Al Pacino. Robert De Niro has done it. We sat back and we're watching Bill Belichick with his 27-year-old. We watched so many actors have younger ladies. And then many of us have watched our uncles have the younger ladies in the neighborhood. That's right. Excuse me. That's right, Tevin. Tevin said they are just filled with envy, jealousy, and rage. I'll bring that beat back, but if you think that is just people, women your age group that's pissed to see that you guys are happy, there are women that are in your age group and women lower than your age group or women above your age group, and they are extremely upset to see men happy. Leonardo DiCaprio, absolutely correct. He said, bro, I lived in Colombia. He said, I lived in Colombia. He said, 43 plus. He said, I only dated 30 plus and younger. You are on the right track. He's absolutely correct. When you have a Colombian woman that is mature and family oriented and focused, the women in the States are not going to be happy, especially when when they fly down to Colombia and see you guys enjoying yourselves in Cartagena, seeing yourselves enjoy yourself in the Philippines, seeing you guys dating in Thailand. Man, they do not like to see that. Why is that 60-year-old man with that 30-year-old? They minding their business and they're happy. They can't stand seeing you guys happy, you older gentlemen. Let's go bring that beat back just a little bit. It's funny.
Mind blowing. Do you know that man was a whole person before he met you? You need to still let him be a whole person in the relationship, or the relationship will not work. He will get tired of you. He will get fed up with you. And then eventually he's going to leave you exactly where he found you, on the other side of the door.
There's no reason why someone that's 45 is trying to talk to you. You're young.
I'm not gonna hold y'all. Controversial take. I think women only have these opinions now because women have focused more on the careers, education, and being independent. They're older in age, and now they're pushing these agenda more only because they're now at an age to settle down now, where they're in their 30s. So,
but pushing what is
women?
what's the agenda?
You guys are all against these men dating younger women because it takes options away from you guys. Guys, your age now. Oh,
I didn't know.
What else can you base it on?
Because to them, peace looks like happiness. And they don't like happiness when they're not around. She's not going to preserve your peace. And I know there's some women in here like, no, I'll preserve my man's peace. And you're a fucking liar. Because think about a time your man was in the room by himself, staring off into the distance, smiling. And you walk past the room. Did you look at him and go, he looks happy. I'm going to leave him by himself. He looks happy. Or did you go, the fuck is he smiling about? It better be me. It better be fucking me.
Tell me why I'm out, right? This guy sees his homeboy at the bar, and he's so geeked to go get him 2 shots. To the point where he had to get up, go over there, dap him up. Like, why are niggas so in love with other niggas? Like, I don't.
Brother ain't seen his homeboy. Could have been ain't seen him in a year. Or maybe just ain't seen his homeboy all week. He's been busy. His homeboy been busy. What's up, dog? What's up, man? What's up, man? What you up to? Hey, let me get. Dudes know how to see. Dudes know the protocol of buying drinks. I get this first round. You guys already know what was going to come next, right? You get the next round. When the last time you been out with your wife, your girlfriend, some chick you was smashing, a female co-worker, your sister, your auntie, a chick that you met at the club, that have ever told you, you get the first round, I'm going to go and get the second round? Ever. For most of us, never. We have never had a female tell us, if you get that first round, I'm going to go and get that second one. I'll go and get that second one. Unless she was the female that walked up on you and to buy you a drink. I've had that happen. But other than that, females don't know the protocol of you get around, I get around. You get around, I get around. This female say he was so excited to buy 2 drinks because he knows the protocol. I'm going to get my drink or my shot, my boy's shot. The next round is on him. And then we go back and forth. Men know that. But like Jermaine just said, she mad because she at the table dying of thirst. And nobody, those days of men buying drinks all the time is over. I'm going to say this again, dude. I'm going to say this. I'm re-emphasize on this. If you still buying drinks in the States, man, I don't know what you doing. It's not a flex anymore. Yeah, rounds on me. I'm going to go. You know who's still doing that and let them do it? White boys. My white brothers. Stop that. They're beautiful black ladies out here. Ladies, what are you drinking tonight? Can we get that top shelf of, yes, can we get both those bottles? Great. Put it on my tab. White boys, you ain't gonna get the coochie no faster than if you bought them a bottle of water. I'm telling you that now. White brothers have discovered when it comes to sisters, it don't take all that, bro. It don't take all that. I'll meet you ladies at the pool table. It don't take all that. You ain't got to pay for all the drinks and the pool table, bro. It don't take all that. I understand you got the money, but I'm telling you now, brothers are telling you now, you ain't gonna get that coochie no faster than broke Keith down the street. Broke Keith will get that coochie just as fast as you getting it, talking about buying $3 on the top shelf. From the top shelf. White boys, stop it. Brothers, if you still out there buying drinks for stranger chicks, don't do that. She going home to her man, or she going home to her girlfriend, or she going home with the next dude. Biggie did not lie when he said in that song for let him buy you that wine and I'll just pull up from behind. Ask you what your numbers, what your digits are, who you be with. Ask you what your interests are. Your interests are. Ask you what your interests are. Who you be with. As soon as he buy that wine, I just pull up from that. That's so true. So true. Fellas, when you come to South America, stop buying chicks drinks. What you doing? What you doing? Okay. Is the Colombian dude doing that? Oh, he ain't doing that? What about Brazil? They ain't doing that? These Colombian dudes, what they'll do? Buy a bottle of aguardiente, put it right there in the middle. Bam, y'all better enjoy that. Ain't no apple martinis, is it? When last time you saw these Colombians buying apple martinis for these chicks? Oh, they ain't. So they ain't buying no apple martinis. Oh, so they just buying one bottle of aguardiente, boom, put it right on the table, and everybody just taking shot. And they still getting the coochie, right? So who the hell are you to come to Medellin buying apple martinis for her and her girlfriends, thinking you gonna get the coochie any faster? You ain't gonna get the coochie no faster in the Philippines, no faster in Thailand, no faster in Uruguay, Paraguay, Argentina. You ain't gonna get the coochie no faster in all 54 countries of Africa. Don't think you're gonna get to Mexico and you sitting up there talking about let's get top shelf, whatever her favorite drink is, and you gonna get the coochie faster than the dude that said, listen, let me get that bottle of tequila right there. No, not the one in the back. Yeah, let me get that. Put that tequila right here on the table for her. You all in Mexico buying apple martinis, daiquiris, Bloody Marys, Long Island iced teas, if you will. And you ain't getting the coochie no faster than that Mexican dude, that little short Mexican dude that said, let me get the tequila. And she killing that tequila. Stop traveling to these other countries trying to impress these chicks, man. Unless you're with her. Now that's different. If this is gonna be the person that you're with for the night, that's one thing. I'm talking about total stranger women in other countries because you're trying to impress them with your USD. Man, you stop. Hey, I'm telling you, I'm not pocket watching. Like I said, you're a grown man with grown man money. Do what you will. If you want to be out there and splurging on chicks, do it. Have fun. If it's a part, I'm serious. If it's a part of your fun, have fun, brother. If it's a part of your piece, splurging on Dominican women, splurge on, brother. Splurge on. But you can't say nobody gave you a tip on that ain't called for because the local dudes ain't doing that. That's the only advice I'm giving you is that the local dudes he ain't buying that drink. You think you flossing because you can buy it. The local dude is flossing because he don't need to buy it. You caught that? You think you are flossing in that country because you can afford to buy it. The true flex is the local dude who doesn't need to buy that to get that exact same coochie. That's the flex. He ain't got your height. He ain't got your looks. He ain't got your money. He ain't got your charm. And he ain't dumb enough to spend like you spend on these chicks. That's all I'm saying. So if you're going to splurge your money, go ahead. Have fun. Seriously. But don't be looking at the local dudes as if, is this how y'all do it? No. You get you some aguardiente in Colombia. Get you a bottle of aguardiente. Boom. Put it on the table. Everybody drinking, having a good time the whole night long. I remember one time Andre and her girl, me and the fellas were in one club, and Andre and her girls were like, they were going to meet us up at that club. So they were at another spot on the other side of the city, and they weren't doing anything. So I said, what y'all up to? We're coming where y'all are. So they came to the club where we are. So we're thinking like, okay, what do you ladies want to drink? You know what they asked for? Just get us some bottles of aguardiente, a couple of Coronas, and some Cokes to wash it, Coca-Cola to wash it down. And that was it. They weren't asking for any apple martini. And these were women that we know. Andre and her girls. And they were like, just get us a bottle of agua. And that's all Colombian women looking for. Y'all sitting up here trying to buy some damn apple martinis. Yes, let me get, what is the best? Let me see the selection that you're offering. Can we get the, now you ain't got to do all that because the local dudes ain't doing all that. The ladies are already used to what the local dudes are doing. And if you think you spending extra money gonna pull a chick any faster, it ain't. It don't work like that in Brazil. You will never be able to outflex a local Brazilian dude. He already know what to give her and what not to give her. She's been drinking the same drinks in Brazil her whole life that local Brazilian been drinking. And for us to come up in Brazil and act like we can flex on the beach, okay. Okay. Yeah.
You don't have a big dick, you don't have a big wallet, fat dude, and you got a lot of nerve, and women should approach you. What they get?
What they get? You spending money like that, what they get? The local dude ain't spending money like that. The local dude in DR ain't spending money like that. And are they not walking around with these dudes with kids? These ain't our kids. So how they get all these kids in these countries? They ain't spending like us. So how they getting all these kids in these countries? Because the local dudes ain't doing the dumb ish that we doing, overspending. Shout out to El Patron in the building. And my brother Chris, once again. Salute. Let's go back to the video. And I'm going to bring this part back too. She was just hating. She was just hating in the club, nothing to do, and she just hating.
Tell me why I'm out, right? This guy sees his homeboy at the bar, and he's so geeked to go get him 2 shots, to the point where he had to get up, go over there, dap him up. Like, why are niggas so in love with other niggas? Like, I don't get it.
Before you take any woman seriously, make sure that she can see you happy. These women are showing you who they are every single day. Please look, please pay attention, because it's becoming more and more clear that there's women out there that you being happy and your joy gives them the ick. It bothers them. It triggers them for some reason, for you to be happy as a man. So I don't know what you got to do for her to make sure that she sees you happy on the game, or happy at a sporting event, or happy with your family, or happy with your boys. Make sure that she sees you have that healthy obsession over something, because there's a lot of women who still live in this world where men aren't going to get excited or overjoyed about anything unless it has something to do with a woman. And if you do, her homophobia is going to flare up. I'm telling you, do not get one of these women. Just let her see you happy. Let her see you doing your thing. Because the only reason why somebody wouldn't want anything else bringing you joy unless it comes from them is if they need to use that to manipulate you. And they're not wolves in sheep's clothing. They're showing you who they are. Look.
Nothing makes a woman more angry than seeing a man happy. Okay, especially happy with your own personal life. If you're around a woman, or if you're dating a woman and she sees you're genuinely happy, she's sitting there going, well, look how nice of a guy this guy is, going on in his own life, going about his own time, going about his own terms, liking what he's doing, in a state of peace. Oh yeah, watch her try to add some confusion and some complexity. Watch her try to just find things to say and find things to do to make you do more for absolutely no reason. Watch how angry she gets, and watch how frustrated she gets just seeing you at ease and at peace. If you like watching that sports game on TV, watch her make comments about it, how it's a waste of time. If you like playing video games, watch her say what a waste of time it is. If you do something productive and you like to go work out, watch her tell you that all you do is sit in the gym, and if you're pretty good at making money, watch her tell you how boring you are because all you do is work. No matter what, you will not be able to win because their natural nature is to deceive you.
The craziest thing you got the ick for?
I don't like to see happiness sometimes. I don't know. I just saw a man like smiling.
Why are you single? Or why are you
35 with no kids?
With no kids? That's a red flag
That's
for
a red
me.
flag. Sorry.
I'm not gonna lie. No kids, red flag. If you was with somebody for 5 years.
Can you see that? Hear that?
You have no kids. Like, those are red flags for women.
No, if a man was really trying to wait until marriage and stuff, I would know that off of your
a real
the way that you moved in the past. Like, you're not just gonna be fucking the whole city 36. And then talking about, oh, I was waiting to get,
to have a kid. You was in a relationship.
So because you're responsible with your sex life and you were using condoms, and for some guys got a vasectomy, whatever it may be, these women actually believe that that's a red flag because you don't have a kid by 35. You didn't get Irma pregnant. Wilhelmina ain't got 2 of your kids. Bertha ain't got your babies. And these women call that a red flag. When statistics show that most men between the age of 14 to, which is puberty age, you can get somebody pregnant, 14 to 40, 53% of all men in the United States don't have kids. Now, once you get between 40 and 44, that moves up tremendously. You know, men, as we get older, we'll be having kids. You know, in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, you might have your kids. But a lot of men don't have children. I often mention, of the 300 plus consultations that I've done in the last 2.5 years with you guys, there have only been 8 fathers. Out of 300 men that I've talked to that traveling or planning on traveling, there's only been 8 of you dudes that got kids. That's it. Out of 300. So that myth that men, it's a red flag if men are responsible with their loins. Do you see how mad women have been over the last couple of years? Because you guys aren't filling up the sperm banks anymore. Black men's sperm being donated is at an all-time low. Black men are keeping their sperm. Black men are being responsible and wearing condoms or getting vasectomies. Black men aren't now. Pookie and Ray Ray and Nook Nook, Future, Nick Cannon, Stephon Diggs, them Pookies with money. Yeah, they slaying and having babies everywhere. But us mere mortals, we ain't the ones that's having the kids all over the place. And a lot of women don't want to admit that. Shout out to my brother Tory Brown and all the class 7 in the building. Yes, Tory said, Brother Andre, hope Armageddon is being nice to you. It's not. Armageddon got his foot on my neck and on the side of my head. It's not. Yeah, right. He says a beast. It is. It is. I'm not going to sit up here and lie. It is. To have Armageddon, he's talking about our class 7 with Theo. And then I got my certification class, my certification exam coming up. It's kind of like, but you know what? I love it. Anytime I have anything that allows me to be mentally stimulated, I love it. So even though it's hard, the key thing that Theo and the rest of our class have always said, just don't quit. If you get it right or if you don't get it right, just be known for not quitting. Just continue on and it'll all come together. So shout out to class 6, class 6.5, and class 7. And class 7.5 will be coming up soon in March with the Google GCP classes. Law Dog is in the building. Shout out to you, Law Dog. Ain't seen you here in a while. He said, I saw this. He said, with my ex. He said, and with other women. The attitude is, what have you done for me lately? He said, women like that want you to make them your universe. But then they won't respect you if they get it. That's absolutely correct. You're called a simp and boring if you show them attention. But if you don't show them attention, they're upset because they want to be the master of your universe. You can't win. And I'm gonna say something that was mentioned earlier on the video by the one guy. No matter what you do, it is not your responsibility to make a woman or even your woman happy. It is not my responsibility to make Andrea happy. Andrea and I have talked about this before. It's not her responsibility to make me happy. This is a marriage, not a circus. We're not doing tricks and juggling. If somebody's having a bad day, if you're having a bad day, we're going to ride that bad day out. We're going to find out what's going on. We're going to talk about it. And you just having a bad day. She might have a bad day. I might be having a bad day. But we just going to ride that bad day out. But it is never our responsibility for any woman in any country to make her happy. I know men, we want to be fixers by nature. And that's one thing to help. And sometimes it's just our job to just sit back and listen, but not to make the person. try to make that person happy all the time. Because he's right. You make them the center of your world. And I remember I dated somebody like that. If I'm at the house, she complained that I'm at the house. If I'm out with you guys, she would complain that I was never at the house. Yeah, I had to let that relationship go. I was like, that person is crazy. I mean, would fuss. Why don't you go out with your boys? Why you always here? Why don't you go with your boys? Why you always here? Like, all right, cool. When you coming home? You don't. What you mean? You don't know who you with? You must be with one of them. You can't make them happy, bro. All you do is that think you can. Take it from a 58-year-old man. Take it from Law Dog. Take it from all these shamans in the chat. All these older wise men that have been through life. All of us have learned that it is not our responsibility to make anybody happy. We barely can keep ourselves happy. Sometimes you look in the mirror at yourself and you look proud. And there are other times where you look in the mirror at yourself, you be like, come on, dog, you got to get it together. You better than that. So you're not even always happy with yourself. How is it that you think that you can be a person who's not always happy with ourselves, can actually make a woman happy 24/7, 365 days a year, year in, year out? That's not happening. Don't even put that mental pressure on yourself. If she gonna stay, she gonna stay. If she gonna leave, she gonna leave. But it is not your job to put on a red nose, a dunce hat, and start juggling on her behalf to make her happy. No. And any dude that tell you that, man, I keep making my wife happy, whatever it takes to make her happy. Nah. Ain't no such thing. There's not enough diamonds that you can give a woman that she won't have a bad day one day. There's not enough gold that you can put around her neck that she won't have a bad day one day. For all you guys that think that if I have enough money, she'll like me, then she don't like her damn self. That's the problem. She doesn't like herself. So until that day comes, guys, don't get frustrated if your woman is having a bad day, or if you're having a bad day, or if your relationship is just having a bad moment. Don't let that throw you off, man. I kid you not. Shout out to Law Dog. He said 37, full-time single, dad of 2. See what I'm saying? Shout out to you, Chris. Shout out to all you responsible men out there. And Nick says this. He said, I'm curious to how much these AWS and GCP courses cost. He said, I'm trying to see if it fits my budget for later this year. You might want to reach out to Theo in regards to that at TheoWolf@gmail. TheoWolf@gmail. I can tell you this. Theo's cost, and he said this on other live streams, and other people that are in the field have validated this. Theo's costs are a fraction of what you would normally pay for the boot camps of AWS and GCP. And I'm talking about a fraction. And I've looked up the cost of the average boot camp or 1 year boot camp or 2 year boot camp. And I kid you not, you are going to pay in the 5 figures. What Theo teaches us, I kid y'all not, if you go with somebody else, you be ready to come out of 5 figures. And I'm not being flippant about it. I'm not trying to hype up what Theo does. It could be any instructor. And I kid you not, the average AWS GCP courses, as well as the other certifications, Terraform and all that, be ready to come out of 5 figures. Theo's giving us a bang. That's why I'm not giving up. That's one of the reasons why I don't care how good I do in the class, how bad I'm doing in the class. One thing I'm not doing, I am not giving up until I get it. I'm always up to bat. There is no 3 strikes. I'm up to bat until I hit a home run. I don't want first base. I don't want second or third base. I want a home run, and I will stay up to bat no matter how long it takes to hit my home run. I watched all the other brothers hit a home run, and they're just mere mortals like me. So now all I have to do is just be patient and wait for the right pitch come my way, and so I can knock my home run. Because I know how much this costs in the real world outside of Theo. And so who am I to take for granted? I'll quit. I'll come back and do it again. Nope. No. No. If you do your homework on how much the courses would cost you outside, just the books. Just the book. Theo gives you the books the books. Theo's course, the books that he offers you. If we had to pay for the class 1 and class 2, I talked to those guys. They're graduated, they're in their careers and everything. You know what they're jealous of us of? You ready? A lot of guys told me this. Even some of the guys that I met down here in Cali that are Theo's graduates and working their careers. We get our books for free. Those dudes, the Atlanta class and the Philly class for the Black Manosphere Conclave, those dudes had to pay for their own books. We're talking about books $100 and something, $200 and something, $50 something, $300 something. They had to pay for all their own books. With the rate of inflation right now and with the books, if you took all the books that Theo offers us for free, it's basically the price of the course, just the books alone. Just if you calculate how much it would cost you to pay for all the books are more expensive than the course. And you're getting those for free. That's why the dudes in the first groups were like, what, you guys get all your books for free? Now, many of us buy them. Like I have my Terraform books and other books because we wanted to buy a couple of them, but the whole library, the whole collection, man, please. Them book prices, man, hey, Nick, they don't understand. They don't understand. And it's not about how much the course costs. I'm gonna give you guys, and I'm not coming at anybody. I'm saying is, don't look at it as a course. Look at it as a self-investment that you're gonna get a rate of return on. Because when we look at it as a course, we look at it as like class and school and things like that. But if you look at it from the investment point of view, you look at like, I can get $130,000 rate of return if I go ahead and invest in this course now. And this course is a fraction of what the average courses cost. I think I'll get involved. Yep. And shout out to Cole for being in the building. We'll get back to the video in a second. He said, Armageddon is killing me. He said, but you're the third brother I need to hear that don't quit speech from today. He said, thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That goes for all of us. Law Dog said this. He said, okay. He said, chat. He said, okay, chat. Tell me what the AWS GCP courses are. A way to work remote. It's cloud engineering. So if you want to study something or look up something, look up AWS cloud engineering or GCP, Google's version of cloud engineering. And that's the career that we're all venturing and getting certifications for. But let's go back to the topic, gentlemen. Let's go back to the topic. Great questions. Great questions. Yeah, we got this. Shout out to David Dice with the words of encouragement. Because these ladies definitely aren't encouraging. They are looking at you guys as red flags because you don't have a bunch of kids and they do. And that's why they're not happy for you.
Why are you single? Or why are you
35 with no kids?
With no kids? That's a red flag.
That's a red flag, 35, and you a man and you ain't got a bunch of kids running around. You didn't shoot up the club. Something is wrong with you. What is wrong with these women in the States?
That's a red flag. Sorry.
I'm not gonna lie.
Red flag. If you was with somebody for 5 years, you have no kids. Like those are red flags for women. No, if a man was really trying to wait until marriage and stuff, I would know that off of your the way that you moved in the past. Like you're not just gonna be fucking the whole city and then talking about, oh, I was waiting to have a kid. You was in a relationship for 5 years and you ain't have no kid. That's a problem. Why are you nutting people and just making them get? That means you have no sense of commitment at all. At all. I'm scared of you. A 40-year-old. He told me he ain't have no kids. No kids. You ever been married? No. That's a red flag. Of you. What's wrong with you? I'm scared of you.
So the fact that men, what is this? Hey, you're not even supposed to be here. Oh, you're back? Shout out to Theo being back in Austin. I hate this country. I hate this country. Oh no, Mr. Theo. You are the one that want to tempt and tease yourself by going out of the country for a couple days and having a great time, seeing all the beautiful Brazilian women. And now you got to go back to stateside. Yeah, I know that burns. Yeah, look at those eyelashes. That's what I was thinking about myself. And these women got audacity to talk about red flags. Welcome home, Theo.
Because that means there's more to the story. That means either one, you have commitment issues. Two, you probably got anger issues just off the top. There's something mentally wrong with you. Like you have certain
something mentally wrong with you for not having a bunch of children running around, for being responsible, for taking your time to get married. These are red flags to these ladies.
Things that you gotta figure out. You're 40 years old without no kids, no type of commitment, no never been married, never been engaged. That's crazy. That's wild.
Like, comment, share. Later.
For me, like when I ask a guy, like, what is he passionate about? Like, sometimes it's like going to the gym, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, like anything else?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, well, you know what? I don't think that you're for me, but maybe I have a friend for you. You know? Like, you're so cute.
You can't make this shit up, man. You can't. You know, like, what's wrong with a dude being passionate about the gym? Like, it's just, this kind of woman does not want to see a man happy. That's it. It's crazy ass expectations in her head, man. But what does she like do for passion? What, makeup? Like, you're gonna do some makeup? Oh, I do makeup and I like to shop. Like, I don't understand this shit, man. I don't understand these stupid interviews. It makes you look so bad. There's so many videos on these interviews of women that they cannot stand to see a man happy. Like, what's wrong with that? I just don't get it. Like, what's wrong with a man being passionate about the gym or fishing or it's a cold game you're playing?
Why? Why can't I have that half?
Okay, here.
But why did you want to give me that to begin with?
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's literally the same sandwich cut in half.
But why didn't you want to give me that one first?
I don't care which one you want. Here, you want this one? Take it.
No, I want that one now. Blaze!
What one you want now?
You don't get ish now. You want to play these games? You don't get ish now. Now what? I split the sandwich in half. Hey, you must have misspelled, Reek. You put the word weird. You said that's weird. No, you meant to say that's the new normal. Yeah, that's no longer weird in the States, Canada, or UK. These women are the new normal. The new normal. Yeah, she had to get out the car now. I don't care if it was a blizzard outside. Get out my car. That's the new normal. Shout out to Philip being in the building once again. He's saying this is why brothers have to go out there. Get your passport, brothers. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That sounds like a call to action if I ever heard one. This is a joke.
It's the same fucking feeling.
Never mind, I don't want it.
Never mind, I don't want it. Yeah, because I'm about to smash these sandwiches. You ain't about to get nothing. Ain't no never mind. I already made that decision for you.
Women don't like seeing men
be happy. Which is why you notice when you're moving on with your life or you find another girl, she's all up in your DMs, and it's like, yeah, that's because women, they're very egotistical. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm not saying it's good, but what I'm saying is women don't want to see you doing better without them. Me personally, I'm attracted to a man who could do better without me, because it's like, if you're doing worse without me, that's a reflection of me. Like, what type of girl would I be to date a man who cannot regulate his emotions without me? Like, your life is pointless without me. That's a lot, to be honest. So, at the end of the day, women love when men are depressed and broken without them, because it's like, oh, I must be that important. I must be that special. But it's like, wouldn't you want to leave a positive mark on a man's life rather than a traumatizing mark? Because women aren't stupid. They probably know this, because I know this, and I don't take advantage of it. But like, the more you get a man into his emotions, the more that you traumatize him, the more that he's going to remember you. And, you know, I'm fortunate enough to understand when a man is giving me his trust and his emotions, I know what I could do with it, but I don't do it. And that's something that a lot of women need to fucking think about, but they don't. Because most women are the same. And what do I mean by most women being the same? Most women want power and control, and they will do whatever it takes to get it, even if it includes hurting people. When I want coaching is in my bio.
Women are scared of happily single men. You want to know why? Let's get into it. Being happily single as a man makes you more appealing. Men that don't need to be in a relationship. Men that have high standards. Men that don't chase women. They chase in purpose. This makes women think, wonder if that man is actually interested in them, and will in turn, y'all listen to this, increase the value of that man and his expressed interest in their...
Now watch this one. Little man in the bathroom enjoying himself. Enjoying himself, ain't bothering nobody. He ain't tearing up nothing. Now watch what the woman in his life does.
Get back in the tub.
Get back in the tub. Because he's just minding his own business, ain't doing nothing, just being a shorty. You remind me of your dang daddy. Get back in the tub. That's how your daddy got me. Get back in the tub. I see how you gonna be doing them little girls like your daddy did me. Get back in the tub. I'm about to bring this a little close to home. Some of y'all watch the videos, you think we're talking about women over there, because it's in the videos. No, this channel is a place of truth. These are some of y'all baby mamas, co-workers, sisters, some of our sisters, ex-girlfriends, some of y'all current girlfriends. Some of y'all can't go somewhere. I remember I would be the charming guy. Among our crew, I was the charming guy. I got along with the wives. Okay, I got along with the wives. So whenever it was time to go somewhere, like when I was in a bike club riding motorcycles, right? We would tell my boy Rick, take your wife out, on Tuesday, stay home on Wednesday. Don't be going to no clubs, because we going to a bike event this weekend in Indianapolis. What did Rick do? Rick be partying and having a good time all week. Then when Friday come, his wife looking at him like, I know you ain't going to that bike event. You've been gone all week. And we told this fool, do not go out all week. So who do they send to calm the wife down? Andre the Charmer. So I'm coming to his wife. Come on, girl. You know I'm going to watch out. I'll watch him. I ain't going to let him get in no trouble. You know you don't want to be stuck in the house with him all weekend anyway. I don't know why you pretend like you want to be stuck with him. Getting on your last nerve. He going to be gone. You going to have peace. So let him go hang with us this weekend. And I used to have to do that all the time for my dudes. What's my point? For many of my dudes, even their wives didn't want to see them happy. Where y'all going? We about to go fishing. I'm going. No, you're not going. Why can't I go? No. We're going to be talking guy talk. We're going to be sitting around, farting, beers, just laughing. And you ain't going to be able to get half the jokes we're talking about anyway. You're going to get bored out there on the boats. And then we're going to have to go back in early because you're bored. And we're going to be looking at him crazy. No, you cannot go. So I was always the guy that they were seeing to talk to the wives. Some of y'all guys got women in your life that does not want to see you happy without them. They do not want to see you happy. It ain't about jealousy. It ain't about he going to be with another woman. Nope. It's the fact that she cannot imagine you having your own happiness without her being involved. And that's sad. Let's go back to the video. And that's why guys need to get their passports. Look at this scenario. I like this one. Bam. That man was minding his own business. What did she do? Slapped the little pot that he had in his hand. He was minding his own business. Here she come. You need to get a funnel. He like, okay, cool. We want to play this game? I got you. Thank you for the funnel. Minding his own business.
This idea that the black man hates the black woman.
Don't nobody hate these hoes. What's going on? Nah, what's going on is that they hate us. They hate us so much that they trying to beat us now. You feel me? And it ain't all black women. It's the social media black women. Cause regular black women ain't even worried about that shit. Like what you think the black women worry about, like how black men hate them and shit like that. Ain't no regular black woman think about that shit. It's these social media hoes that's trying to manipulate a motherfucker. They say that shit they say that because they want the nigga they meet, they want them to just automatically love them. Like you want me to come in and shit like with the mentality like, man, she already think niggas hate her. Black men hate her. This is me gonna love the bitch and just spoil the taste. Nah, I hate your ass too. Till your ass prove me otherwise. Like, nah, for real, bitch, I hate you too. Until you make me love you. Cause you ain't finna run that game on me, like try to make a nigga love y'all real so a nigga can spoil you. Yeah, bitch, I hate you too.
99% of women do not want you to succeed. When you start doing better, when you start winning, when you lose the weight, when you make more money, they get threatened. They get a fear response. They get, oh shit, he can replace me. He has more options. Oh my God. So they try to humble you. They try to make you fat. We've all seen this. So you have to be ready for this. Most women, when you do better, will only feel the fear of you leaving them and not have the ability to feel the good feeling of being happy for you because they're afraid. For my full dating training, click the link in bio.
One of the things that I realized a while ago, society hates to see a man who is 30 and up with no kids, no wife, and just single and happy. They hate to see you traveling the world by yourself. They hate to see you going out to eat by yourself. They hate to see you just enjoying life in general by yourself. They want to see you miserable with a fat wife, working a 9 to 5, doing the everyday, regular, degular routine. They don't want to see you living your best life, but live your best life anyways.
When a woman see that you happy without them, after she thought you was supposed to be all on her, it bugs them out. Guys, you understand how bad women get mad when you ignore them? This is why a lot of times when women reject you and you move on and you doing your thing and you happy, they get pissed off. They start to hate you because they thought that you were supposed to cry, you were supposed to get all upset. When they see you good with that, they get angry, bro. This is what happens.
Just a damn stove!
That we both agreed costs too much damn money.
Oh, so now I'm getting punished because I went and bought something special for our house?
That's right, Joan. Our house. Which means we make decisions together. One of us doesn't run off and does what she wants when she wants it. And the tile I didn't want.
Because it matched my towels.
And the fancy cabinets. And the new dishes you didn't show me. So I put my foot down for this one thing and you
I thought this was a partnership. I thought we made decisions together. I didn't realize you could put your foot down. I'm sorry.
The gaslighting. The gaslighting. So you didn't realize that it's a partnership when you were doing your own thing, but as soon as he put his foot down, now it's like, oh, I thought this was a partnership.
I didn't realize I was living with a man who had 1950s head of the household issues. If you want to be head of the household, you need to make some head of the household money.
You see? And there it is right there. Before even knowing what they were arguing about, I can understand that it's because she make more than him. That's why she's disrespectful. A woman puts a man value in his income. They don't know how to respect a man if he's not making 6 figures.
I'm sorry, Aaron.
Just so we're clear, you will never speak to me like that in front of other people or alone ever again.
Or what?
Wow. Wow.
You're right, and I'm sorry.
Nope. Too late.
But we really need to get...
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, I see. So if Aaron doesn't want to talk about it, then we don't talk about it? Okay.
We both need to calm down.
I'm calm. And obviously you are too, because you left your fiance out at a concert with a whole bunch of drunks, and here you are at home calmly sipping some chamomile tea.
Joan.
Can you imagine dealing with this? No, this is reality for a lot of men, you know? This is the reality for a lot of men, and clearly it's the reality for Joan's life too, because she old and still can't find a man. She probably like this. This acting scene probably came natural to Tracy.
I don't want to talk about it.
Well, I do. Okay? Let's talk about how Aaron gets to put his foot down.
You don't know when to stop this.
How are y'all still doing this in the States? Could y'all stop lying to me and tell me the truth? Y'all done had some coochie I ain't never had before. It's got to be that. There is some coochie roaming around the United States that a lot of you guys have had, and I ain't never had it before. I have never had coochie good enough to tolerate what some of you dudes back home are tolerating. That coochie must be fantabulous. I ain't never had it. I've lived in several states, and I have never had a woman that the sex was just so phenomenal that she could just talk to me all type of craziness. Maybe y'all had it. Because I see a lot of men back in the States putting up with this right here. So maybe y'all had it, and hey, you know, Andre just he ain't the one. He's not the chosen child. And so I ain't never had nobody that good to where they could talk reckless. Just reckless. Especially after he said we both need, Theo, you crazy. We both need to calm down. But the coochie so good, she feel that she could continue to argue. A fiance. You mean legally I can walk away and ain't got to deal with you no more? You that stove them towels and that tile on the floor that you chose. I don't see how y'all do it, man. Y'all got superpowers, man. You brothers back in the States, y'all got powers that are beyond me. I ain't never had nobody that good. I ain't never met nobody that pretty. I ain't never had nobody that's good that make me tolerate a woman just running off at her mouth. When I'm in the States, I'm quiet. Unless I'm talking to you dudes. I didn't call nobody. I was in the States for the conclave in September. I wasn't calling nobody. No female friends in the States. Hey, Andre's back in. If I was not talking to you guys, I was not talking to anybody in the United States. Nobody. I didn't talk to a dog walking down the street, a police officer. I talked to a Spanish couple when I went to a restaurant. And they were impressed with how good my Spanish was getting. Other than that, I ain't talked to nobody. A brother and his family gave my cologne a compliment. He said, brother, hey, we smell you walking by, brother. Man, you smelling good, bruh. And that was it. I don't see how y'all do, man. I wish I would. Yeah, I was miserable on the boat. I mean, I was social, had fun with Richie Mack, you know, the dancing portion, but other than, no, I don't see how y'all do it, bro. Y'all bigger man than me. Y'all got chests made of steel. Cause I ain't built for it no more.
Talk about how we don't get to make a move in this house unless Aaron beats his chest and says it's okay. Let's talk about how this is not the relationship that I signed up for. Let's talk about, let's talk about how there is no way in hell that you are getting some right now.
You obviously want those. Because you won't be happy till you're the woman and the man in this relationship.
Yep. Like, my thing is, it's very sad that this is the reality for a lot of men. However, the simple fact that he's still there. Get to the chopper! Also, too, with her doing this in public, like doing it behind closed door is one thing, but not knowing how to control your emotions in public is cringe to me. Listen, both men and women, when they can't control their emotions, I don't want to be seen in public with nobody who gonna be lashing out over anything at all. I do not care if it's significant or not. If you do not know how to control your emotions.
Why are today's women so filled with hatred towards men, yet they will still engage with men for attention and resources?
Because women are desperate sometimes. Not me though.
Because everybody needs to survive. Everyone needs to survive, period. But I think it's scarier for women nowadays just because there's a lot of different energies, like male energies. And as a woman, I can say I choose the bear any day.
We are way more superior than you guys. Without women, men wouldn't exist. You guys are actually nothing. Because without us, you're useless. You wouldn't even be born. Okay? And all men.
We've been sold throughout human history that because they incubate and give birth, that our contribution in the childbearing doesn't exist. The male chooses whether it's going to be male or female. It's the father that chooses that. Most of the character traits, father. Much of the DNA, father. The seed itself, she can have that incubation egg sitting there her whole life as those eggs die off, of course. But without seed, what's the use of being soil without seed? I mean, it could be the most fertile oil in all of Oklahoma, a fertile soil of all of Oklahoma, right? But if you don't put any seeds in the ground, that soil is obsolete. So it is with women. Women have to realize, thank you for incubating us. But you would not have anything to incubate if it wasn't for us. You would have nothing to incubate. And many of you just have a bunch of empty sperms. I mean, died off sperms from all the men that have ejaculated over you, or in you, and over you over the past few months anyway. So to sit back and, if it wasn't for us, ladies, you're not even born a lady without the decision of the male. You could have been born as easily being born a male, just as easily, because of the father. The father body dictates, his DNA dictate which XY or XX chromosome you're going to get, not the mom. Everything from eye color to, in many cases, height. The father. Don't let that's the other part about being back in the States, man. You got to listen to all this rigmarole of what we did, what we do, what we did, what we, y'all have fun with that dance, man. Shout to Will. Will says, no matter how much you make a man who has one standards, no matter how much your woman makes, a man who has A, standards, B, or 2, have confidence, and 3, always be willing to walk away without looking back. And I think number 3 is also number 1. That is our power of leverage. The Will is not lying. What makes some men simps is the fact that you don't have the audacity to walk away. The temerity, the gall, the gumption to walk away. And even if you will, there are women that think that you won't, and that's why they can talk reckless to you. Because the last time she did it, you didn't leave, did you? What about the last time she took money out your wallet? Did you leave? You didn't leave, did you? What about when she wrecked the car and the car had to be in the shop for 2 weeks? Did you leave? You didn't. So if you never left, why do you think that she feels that you're going to leave her, even if she's yelling at the top of her lungs? You didn't leave last time. But Dre, you don't understand. The coochie is so good. I get it, bro. I get it. Dre, she suck it so good. I got it. I hear you. But Will is right. If you don't have a standard, and one of those standards is, don't ever think I won't leave you. Andre and I have had this conversation many a day. I'm not one of those guys that'll think that she won't leave, but I emphasize, don't ever think that I won't. We don't push each other's buttons in this household to prove, to see if this person's going to leave. A lot of women in the States, they be pushing you guys buttons to see what you will do, what your reaction is. Let me test his love for me. And you get caught up. So that's why Joan could, even though that's a character on TV, that's why she could talk reckless to that dude, because you ain't going nowhere. Maybe next year you might, but this day, a lot of women know you ain't. And that also works in other countries. If you got you know how feisty Dominican women can be, but not all. I'm not going to say all. But we know that in many cases, Dominican women can come across feisty, correct? Let's be real. If you're willing to stay and tolerate it, that's on you. That's not even on her. That's on you. I want to repeat this. Not all Dominican women fall up under the same umbrella of feistiness, but we know that we've seen enough of our brothers deal with enough feisty women in DR. one of the reasons why they can be feisty is because you've made it a comfort zone. You've allowed her to be comfortable. You're sitting back with, what do you got in the bank? 25, 30, 40, 50, 60,000 in the bank, huh? You thought you were going to come to DR and be a man that ruled with an iron hand, huh? Because you got all that money in the bank, huh? And as soon as she started speaking Spanish and snapping off at you, you didn't go anywhere. And she realized she had a simp for a man. And so now the Dominicana, she knows she can snap off anytime she wants, no matter how much money you got sitting in the bank. You're simp enough to stay. And she knows it, and you know it. You know it. So a lot of times we wonder why we're going through that. And Will is 100% correct. Your ability to say no. If there was any superpower that I could grant men that travel, and I mean this, I mean this, and some of you guys can attest to this. If there was any superpower that I would grant you guys who travel, and we've seen guys get drugged, and we've seen guys get deleted, and we've seen guys get hustled. You know what the superpower that I would grant each one of those men? The men that are in the morgue right now, the men that are in the grave in a foreign country right now because they never got the body shit back. The men that got scammed in another country because he thought the woman loved him and she took him for everything. You know what the gift that I would give them? I kid you not. Some of you guys say, common sense, this, not. The superpower, the ability to walk away. Some dudes just don't know how to say no and walk away. There are men in the grave when she said, can my friend come too? And his dumb butt said, yes. And now he's in the grave. There's some guy in Medellin tonight that will get drugged because he didn't know how to say no and didn't know how to walk away. That's the superpower that I wish I could grant every single one of us. If you want to get to good women faster in any country, I kid you not, this is my secret formula. If you want my number one piece of advice on how to get a good woman in any country, I don't care if it's Romania, Lithuania, I don't care if it's Istanbul, I don't care if it's Turkey. The number one tool that's going to get you to good women faster than anything else is having the ability to walk away and the ability to say no. The first person that you meet in a new country is not going to be the one. Okay, so you already know if it's not the first person, that means until I meet the right person, I'm going to have the ability to say no to quite a few women and say I'm walking away from quite a few women. Even if after you smashed them and had sex and the sex was good. Some women are just good in foreign countries for intimacy. Just like there are women that are good in the United States just for intimacy. You know she's not relationship material. You know she's not marriage material, but she got a fat butt and she can work that mouth, right? Come on, let's be real. Let's be real. There are women in the United States that many of us know she fine as can be, but her attitude is so ugly. I'm not stupid. I will sex her a few times, but after that, I'm done. There is no way she's going to a Christmas party with me at work. There is no way I'm taking her to a mosque or temple or church on Sunday. That is never going to happen. But you're not stupid enough not to hit it. I've had a few baddies that I knew the moment I met them, you will never ever meet one of my friends. But yeah, you can come over late at night and I beat that coochie up a couple times. I knew straight out the gate, and you dudes do know it too. You got women that you've been intimate with. You knew there was no way you would show her off in the daytime. I've had some baddies, bruh, that never saw the light of day next to me ever. I met them at night. We talked on the phone at night. I sexted them at night and kicked them out. We never do. Literally, I have never been next to that person with the sunlight coming out. It was like vampires. I've never been next. Some of you guys can attest to what I'm talking about because you're going through the Rolodex of your mind now. Like, wait a minute, I've had women like that. That I met her at night at a club or a bar or a lounge or a hookah lounge or a cigar bar or at a festival at night or in the mall in the evening after 6 o'clock. We talked on the phone at night when we both got off work. When she finally came over to my spot or I went over to her spot in the evening. Every time I sexted her, it was in the evening. I've never seen this woman in the daytime. Some of you guys are just like me. There are people that you've had in your life. You never even wanted to be around them. You didn't even want the sun to know that they were in your life. You didn't even want the sun to know that they were in your life. And I'm not talking about some fat chick. I'm talking about some professional, Miss Career, Miss 5-bedroom house on the other side of the city. But her attitude was so bad, you knew she was only good for late night creeping. It's the same thing overseas, fellas. Some of these ladies are good for intimacy, but they ain't good for daytime. Some of the ladies that you're going to meet overseas, guys, they are great when the sun come down, but they are not built for sun up. And you trying to walk around with some of these ladies during the daytime and everybody looking at you like you crazy. You wonder why you feeling awkward because she was not made for the light. She's trash. She's good enough for intimacy, but her attitude makes her trash. Not her looks, not that behind, not that Colombian accent, that Paisa accent. That's not the bad part. That attitude is so trash that some of you dudes do not know how to walk away. So if there's any gift that I could give you guys for your birthday, for Christmas, for Hanukkah, doesn't matter. The number one gift that I would give all men that got a passport, I kid you not. TSA, that's a cool gift. But the number one gift that I would give you is the ability to say no and the ability to walk away. Once you master those two, your experiences of travel around the world will amplify tenfold because people that don't need to be in your face will no longer be in your face because you told them no. And the ones that were in your face, you told them, I'm gone. You walked away with ease. And so some of you guys will sit back and be like, man, she got green. You walked away from the green-eyed bandit? Yeah. You walked away from the one with dimples? Yeah. You walked away from the one that got the cute little cleft? Yeah, I walked away from her. Man, her waistline is so, and her breast. I walked away from her. You guys got to get in the habit of walking away from a lot of women in order to get to the good ones. Some of you guys wonder how these dudes get into these good women. How the hell y'all getting these good women? You must be spending money. No. We're saying no, and we're walking away. Just in case you wonder what our secret power is. It's not our wallets, guys. I'm going to say this again. All men are expected to spend money. So all of us spend money. Mine is called responsibility. Ronan Travels is called responsibility. Some of you guys that are in relationships is called responsibility. Some of you guys that aren't in relationships is called luxury. You have the luxury of spending money on women the way you want to. Ours is a responsibility. Yours is called luxury. But we all are going to spend, right? So let's not use that one. We all going to spend. But the problem that you guys have when it comes to how the hell they meeting these good women? Because we said no and walked away from the trashy ones, even if we sexed them already. Even if we beat the brakes off of her for a week or two, we knew I ain't keeping this chick. How many of y'all come on, put a 1 in the comment section? If I'm telling the truth, I'm gonna come back to the super chats. Put a 1 in the comment section, gentlemen. If you've ever been with a woman that you knew she was only good for intimacy, that was it. Her attitude caused her to lose out on a good man. You knew it. I knew it. You just smashed. She was smashable. Sexy, pretty feet, pretty hands. All the hair was hers. But that attitude was so bad that you was like, nah, I ain't stupid. I'm going to beat the coochie up. I'm a man. I ain't stupid. She going to get her back broken. But you had enough sense to say no and walk away. And she didn't even understand how you have that power. All the other men couldn't walk away from this. And you said no and walked away. And you did it with ease. You like, yeah, I done smashed about 5 times. Yeah, I'm done with this one. She calling and texting, are you going to come over this evening? You guys used to have it scheduled every Wednesday night. You'd be over her place or she'd be over yours. Now she had it already planned. On Wednesday night, let me go ahead, shave my coochie, get myself on track. So-and-so and so-and-so was coming over, right? She thought you were coming over. And then all of a sudden that Wednesday came and she calling you and texting you. You're not texting back. You're not. She was only good for the intimacy. The attitude was that bad. You didn't want to have conversations with her. You don't really want to get to know her. You didn't even know her last name. If somebody would have put artillery to your head and said, what's her last name? Oh, bro, I don't know, man. I barely remember her first name. In order to get to the good women in other countries, you're going to have to say no and walk away from a lot of women. That's just the makeup of it. So if you guys think that we're doing something different in order to get our women, the only thing that we did is exactly what I just told you. It's that simple. No, 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 yes, no, no, yes, yes, no, no. That's all we did. There were way more no's than yeses. There were way more that got smashed. No, you're not going to be around. You just got smashed. Don't get it twisted. No, no, yes, I want to get to know you. Yes, I want to get to know you. No, 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 no. That's how we did it. How you meet the good women, Andre? Say no to the bad ones. Smash some of the bad ones, but say no to the bad ones. Dudes would not be in, like I said, they wouldn't be in the graves. A lot of you dudes a lot of your partners that got scammed or when they got scammed, all they had to do was walk away that particular night. All they had to do was when she put her cell phone out and said, can my friend come over? And showed you the picture of the friend. All y'all had to say was, no, she can't come over. That's all y'all had to say. What did y'all say? Yeah, she can come too. She fine. So all you thinking about is your little threesome. You in Medellin and you gonna get your threesome on. You wake up 3 days later, all your stuff gone. Because you didn't know how to walk away and you didn't know how to say no. And that was it. And you wonder how we got our women. That's our number one secret. We said no to a lot of women. And we walked away from others, even if we sexed them. He said the clock tower is better than putting up the crap than putting up with the crap with modern women. I can agree with that. I can agree with that. A lot of times, pay for play do treat you better than some of the ladies of the night. That is true. I mean, the ladies back in the States. Let me scroll down, get to these brothers. Then we're gonna get back to the video. My man Tori says this. Say, Brother Andre, he said, hope. We went right there. Let me scroll down a little further. Nobody. Okay, we talked about the standards. David says this. He say, Lord Jesus, forgive me for this joke. These women think they marry from the Bible. Seriously, they do think they marry. I'm a Proverbs 31 woman. That's what they always want to say. Getting pregnant without a man. That's what they want us to think, that they got the immaculate inception. I hope I said that correctly. Will said this as well. He said, T-Mac and I were talking about that topic about today. He said the ability to walk away versus simping and simping. I'm telling you guys, you're going to save yourself a world of headache with this last bit of advice that we as a group had just shared with each other. If you just master the Shaolin Temple, nothing else, your money, cool. I got 5,000, I got 10,000 in my pocket. That's not going to save you for when it's time to say no. Your money will not eradicate the moment when it's time for you to say yes to a particular person or no. You can't reach in your wallet and say, wallet, give me wisdom so I don't make the wrong mistake, wallet. It doesn't work like that. Your wallet is not full of wisdom. It's full of money, right? Right? It's not full of wisdom. You need to know that even if you've been intimate with that person, that this is a person that you need to say no to and walk away from the next morning. And don't feel bad or feel mad because you walked away. You crazy. There are women that you're not going to have sex with in other countries that you're going to walk away from. I walked away from more women that I was not intimate with to get to the woman that's in the other room. I'll say that again. There are a lot of women I said, no, you ain't even worth the sex. Keep it. Keep it. You walk away from people to get to your person. You know, like women like to say, who's my person? You get to the person who you want to be with. Whether it be a long-term relationship, whether it be a friendship, whether it be a situationship, whatever you want to define it as, that's up to you. But the one thing that you are going to have to do that all of us have in common is you're going to say no and walk away from a lot more women in these foreign countries than the women that you're going to say yes to. If you're saying yes to more women, you're doing it bass backwards, bruh. If you're in DR and every woman can have access to you in DR, you're doing it bass backwards. There is no way that you land in a country and if you make $30,000 a year, you're the top 10 to 20% economically in that country, and any raggedy old Dominican can have access to you just like a quality Dominican can have access to you. You doing it bass backwards, bruh. You are in the top 10%ers of most of the countries we go to. Act like it. Act like it. I dare you, act like it. Okay. Do rich people in the United States know how to tell us mere mortals no? Do guys with money in the United States know how to tell some regular everyday sister that we might think cute, know how to tell her, no, you can't get in the party? So you can't just go up to a Diddy party. Well, let's use a different example. Leonardo DiCaprio party and just get in. Your woman can't do that. No matter how fine you think your woman is, your woman might not be fine enough to get into the club in Miami. They got to tell her no. Ain't that right? With ease and not feel bad about it, won't they? Well, if we're so used to hearing no in the States, what makes you think that you won't have to say no a lot to a lot of women outside of the States? Now, if you're not looking for a good woman, have at it, fellas. Have fun. I'm not talking to you. This is Love Crossing Borders, Andre and Andrea. We talk about solidified relationships on this channel. So if you're just a pay-for-play dude, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But this channel is not dedicated to you. This channel is dedicated to the serious dudes, right? Like I said, you might be in a situationship, cool. Relationship, cool. Marriage, cool. No matter what it is, it's serious to you. And I'm seriously letting you know, the only way you're going to get to the right one for you in your situationship or marriage or girlfriend, whatever it may be, live in, whatever it may be, you're going to have to say a lot of no's, bruh. And some of y'all may not, because you got a pocket full of money, you thinking that I ain't got to say no to none of them. And that's how you end up in a grave in Medellin, a coffin in Cartagena, a pine box in the Philippines. Because you think because you have money, you don't need to have wisdom. So go ahead. Don't say no. And then dudes be, hey, Will. And then they be mad at me and you because we got decent people in our lives. We don't just let anybody just walk in and out of our lives. And then they be mad at us because we come down here to these different countries and act like we got some sense in our heads. Shout out to Will once again. He said, ability to walk away, unlike the ability of simping. Will says this. He said, I've lived here 15 months. Man, that time is flying by, Will. He said, I have walked away and said no because I'm not in a hurry to take your time and study your subjects. Absolutely correct. He said, I'm not in a rush. He said, it's okay to be alone and happy with yourself in another country. I'll put this out there, in another country. Will and a lot of other men have accomplished so much in these other countries because they didn't rush it. They didn't rush it. They wasn't tripping. I was like, bruh, I was not rushing. I mean, I left the United States because of the United States. So when it came to women, I was not rushing it when it came to women. Did I have people I dated here and there or just had intimacy here and there? Yeah, that's one thing. But as far as like something serious, I didn't rush it. I probably was more serious with Colombia, the country, than I was with Colombianas. I'm gonna say that again. I was more serious with my relationship with the country of Colombia than I was with any Colombiana before I met Andrea. There was no, well, Andrea is my second girlfriend. No. Andrea is not the first person I was intimate with by far. But as far as me, okay, I've met somebody, let me see if I can be serious about them. I will give her that. But everybody else, well, you just getting smashed. You trash. And they were gorgeous, but they're trash. That attitude, ugh. I mean, Crypto in the building. Crypto Dragon Emperor, 8 months member. He said, excellent evening, Andre. He said, to all my brothers, salute and abundance to you all. Listen to Dre, gents. I kid you not, man. Shout out to you once again, Emperor, being in the building. Kid you guys not. My relationship with Colombia has been far more important. Okay, let's say I hadn't met Andrea. I would have met a country. Whether it was Thailand, whether it was parts of Africa, whether it was maybe Brazil. I left the United States because I was looking for a country, not coochie. Coochie was cherry on the top, but it was not the reason why I left the United States. And that goes for a lot of us. A lot of your brothers and even sisters left the United States because of the United States. And it was more important for us to find a country that gelled with our beliefs and our needs than coochie ever was. ever was. Because I refuse to find the right coochie in the world, but now I got to go back to the United States. Because I didn't take looking for a country serious. Yeah, I took finding coochies serious, but I didn't take finding a country serious. So when Will and all the other brothers that I've met say, when I meet somebody, I meet somebody. That's how I was. When I meet somebody I want to really get to know, I'll meet somebody I really get to know. But until then, I'm going to be serious about Colombia, the country. Philippines, the country. Turkey, the country. Panama, the country. Some of y'all are so busy trying to smash the Panamanian chicks, which is nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. But if you really are looking for a country, you need to start getting serious about countries and not just coochies. Coochie should always be just a cherry on top. It should not be the cake itself. Take it from all of us in the comments that are letting you know that's how we were able to move to other countries. We made the countries the cake and the coochies were just cherries on top. Let's get back to the video, because tonight's episode is dedicated to the ladies that just are not happy with the fact that we're happy. And this is crazy. Some of the craziest looking women have the audacity not to be happy that men are happy.
And whether you were with them for 10 years.
I got a question for all my ladies out here. Truly, why do y'all hate to see men happy? Soon as a man start playing the game, y'all all up in his face. Soon as he decide he want to go hang out with the fellas, y'all super duper mad, want to sit in the house all day while y'all go out and get drunk and do all type of foolishness. I'm just confused on that. Why when a man wants to have his personal time, a woman always got to be in the way?
What's you shouting for? Come on, bro. All right, after this, can I play one more game?
No, I want you to get off right now. You've been on literally all day.
Can we just 30 minutes?
No, I want you to get off now. You've been on literally all day.
Wait, just unplug me.
Or if you want, I could really just unplug it.
No, you don't do that. Come on.
I could really unplug
Don't do that. Don't do that.
What you need to ask me for?
What you mean?
I don't unplug your game because you acting like you can't get off right.
She cannot stand to see him happy to where she's ready to unplug the game. I'm not a gamer. And my boy Sean D. Upshaw used to always hear me give little snide remarks about gaming because I didn't understand it, you know? Until Sean started telling me the stories of the fellowship of gamers. Some of you guys have been just hanging out with your gamer crew so long that some of the guys have gotten married. And you've been happy for the guys on the other side of the country. And he said, hey, I can't be there this week because I'm getting married. You've got gamer friends that have graduated college or got a new job. Some of you guys got gamer friends that have met their wives in gaming. What's my point? I understand gaming now is not just about the game itself, but it's about the fellowship, the network, the friendship, the people of peace in gaming, just like we have as travelers. Just like we have as travelers. They may not travel by way of passports and plane tickets, but they could put their headphones on and travel and network with people all over the country or all over the world, just like we do. But I didn't understand that before. No, I've never played any of the games. I'm just not a gamer type dude, right? I'm a reader. But Sean, shout out to Sean D. Upshaw, the Upshaw family, start telling me about the stories that they have and the stories of just little things that the guys have experienced with each other, of being in this gaming with each other for 6-7 years of gaming with each other, and how each other's lives have changed. And then there are times when you can just, hey, listen, bruh, it may just be two people playing, and you guys can talk about something that's serious on each other's minds while you're gaming. And so now I have a different respect and understanding for when I see a scenario like this, when the guy is just trying to have peace with his gaming friends, and his hater girlfriend or lady friend doesn't understand, because there was a time when I didn't understand. And if she took a few moments out to ask him, why are you always on the game? Like I asked Sean, just like Sean explained to me, it's not about the game only, Dre. The game is a small segment now. It's the networking and alleviating stress as your fellow game players are doing the same thing, and we're laughing together and we're getting to know each other. And I've been knowing these people for years. I didn't know all that was taking place in gaming. Now my respect for gaming is completely different. But this young lady, she's going to find out the hard way, like many women.
The thing is, why are you acting like that?
I'm not acting like that. You want me to look it? Because I'll do that.
But it's not that serious.
Okay.
What are you doing?
It's not that
No, I'm
serious.
hugging.
It's not that serious. It's not that serious. That one.
Well, don't tell me that.
What you gonna do?
Don't tell me that.
What you gonna do?
Babe, for real, bro.
I don't care.
Come on, bro! What you trying for? Come on, bro! Come on, bro! It ain't a joke! You really disrespecting me to my face! Dang, bro!
I am an adult.
This is the new norm. Welcome to the United States. Take your seats. The adventures will begin as the plane lands. This is the new normal. I'm bringing that back. You thought I was going to show that one time? I just want y'all to see how women don't want y'all to be happy.
What are you doing? No, I'm hugging. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Babe, for real, bro.
If that had happened in Colombia, Lord have mercy. If that had happened in Colombia, with the police standing there, he'd have mopped her up off the floor. He'd have took that game and destroyed it on the side of her face. If that had happened in other countries, that's why I always tell American women, the safest and best place for you to be to have your little 6-figure dreams is in the United States. Don't come out here to the world. Don't come out here in the world and try to date. Because if that was in Colombia, the police would have stood right there till he got done mopping her up. They'd have stood right there until he got done mopping her up. They wouldn't have locked that man up. It's because here's the reason why. Because the police are on his side? No. Here's a reality that a lot of Americans don't realize. Not every country is a jail or prison or incarceration country. Not all countries are incarcerating their citizens to make money off of them for the prison industrial complex. Colombia does not have a prison industrial complex to make money off of the back of its citizens if they incarcerate them in masses. Many European countries don't have that. Some African countries do, but not most. Most countries in the world don't have a prison industrial complex like the United States. Canada doesn't. UK doesn't even have it like that. We know most of Europe doesn't. No country is making billions off of incarcerating their own people like the United States. That's why when you come to Colombia, they're not locking everybody. Hey, wait a minute, but she did this. I want her locked up. No, this is not the States. So if you want to come to Colombia or DR or Brazil and these other countries, and you think somebody's going to get locked up for every little thing because you did something stupid, these countries aren't wired like that. I'm going to say this again because nobody's talked to you guys about this. A lot of countries are not incarceration wired. They're not set up like that. And so you're going to have to come to the reality that if I go to this particular country and if I do something stupid, this person may or may not get incarcerated. You ever notice in Colombia when they finally lock up a young lady, you notice that she's done it like 5, 6, 7, 8 times to 5, 6, 7, 8 people, then they lock her up. You ever notice that? When the last time you saw a Colombiana drug a dude and she went to jail for doing it one time? I ain't heard of that. Now, how many times have we seen a Colombiana locked up for drugging a dude and they found out this was her 7th time, 8th time? We see that all the time. And she'll end up getting like 5, 15, even up to one young lady just got 20 years. Because the person she drugged died. What's my point? Stop going to these other countries thinking that they lock people up like the United States does. They don't. The safest thing that you can do is be you, who you are in the States. You're wise in the States, be wise in DR. Be wise in Thailand. Be wise in Korea and Vietnam. Be wise in whatever country you're going to. That's the best thing that you can do for you. Because if you're thinking that the police are about to come kicking in doors and locking somebody up every time, like that situation with the PlayStation, the police would have stood there and watched him mop her up. Especially if they would have saw her break that man game. They'd have literally stood there. You see the soccer game last night? Who won? What? Man, I thought they was going to win. That's how Colombian police will do. Don't think street justice happens only outside in the street. Colombia is set up, and these men in the comment section can attest to this. Colombia is set up whenever something happens. You know what they'll say? In the States, they'll be like, why did he do that? It was horrible. He shouldn't have touched her. Colombia and a lot of other countries are set up like this. When the police come, they're going to say this. What did she do? Even my wife talks like that. They find out that the female got deleted. Clow. Andrea say, what did she do to get deleted? Why they choose her to get deleted? This scenario is only safe to take place in the United States. Because most countries, guys, the police wouldn't have. Women in the United States know if you put your hands on them, you're going to be incarcerated. Well, in most countries, they ain't locking people up that fast. This is sad. Yep, David, actions have consequences.
Hey! Come on, bro! What you running for? Come on, bro! Come on, bro!
No! You really disrespected me to my face. Dang, bro!
I am an adult. Video games are for children.
Wow.
And so me in dating, I would rather you have a hobby that's not video games. Something that
I would rather you have a hobby of going to the gym. You're going to tell me about my video games, but you look like you can lose a quick 30. You want to tell me about my video games, but you know you need to be at the local Planet Fitness, LA Fitness, or anything that rhymes with fitness. T-Mac says this. He said, I'm a gamer now. Shout out to you, brother. He said, I lived in Japan. He said, but I still picked Colombia to live in long term after 41 other countries. Violent crimes are less in Colombia than in the United States. A lot of people don't realize that. He said, don't say that, Dre. She doesn't need to lose 30 pounds. She needs to lose about 100. 'Tis true, my friend. 'Tis true. I guess I was being too nice.
enlightens you.
You don't think video games do that at all?
I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. My favorite video game growing up, it was Frogger. So I'm just helping a frog cross the street.
Track. Oh my God. All arguments invalid. Frogger? Of all the amazing games out.
I got another
Frogger.
one. I got another one. Grand Theft Auto.
ETA's, you one of your all-time favorites?
Grand Theft Auto. Before you decided to keep this going as a grown man.
Right. Which I have made very, very lucrative for myself.
And by the way, were you always a gamer?
I grew up playing games like Final Fantasy VII, you don't know it. Kingdom Hearts 2, you don't know it.
No.
Mega Man X, which I'm going to get him iced out here, you don't know it.
Mortal Kombat.
Still
Fighter.
Name one Mortal Kombat character. Thank you.
Dang shame.
Niggas with no kids act like stuck up bitches. I swear to God.
She's mad. I can tell you why. A lot of women hate a man who knows his value, who knows his worth. If that man went 25, 30 plus years without having a child or children, why would he settle with a woman who has children? Now, don't get me wrong. If a man wants to do that, it's no problem. It's your life. Live it. But if you ask me my advice, I'm going to tell you as a man, don't be with that woman with children if you don't have a child. Why play dad when you can actually find a woman with no children and actually start a family and be a dad? Anytime a man don't agree with what women say or don't act like a real man, by their definition, they have one tactic and one tactic only. And that's shaming you. Because it's not like they can beat your ass. So let me shame him. Let me shame them into doing what I want them to do. And the weak men will fold by their shaming tactics. But a headstrong man who really stand on his beliefs don't care what nobody say. Don't care about the shaming tactics. At the end of the day, you just got to let a woman talk, because that's more times than not what they going to do.
Here's why a woman could literally hate your guts, not like you at all, not like your personality at all, but still be attracted to you and consistently desire to sleep with you. Let me explain. What guys have to understand is that attraction cannot be negotiated, which means she can't necessarily control that she's attracted to you. So she could hate your beliefs on how you view the world. She might hate how you look at things with your mindset. She might even not necessarily like the way that you go about your dating life. But here's the funny thing. If you cover the main female attraction mechanisms such as looks, money, status, charm, charisma, things of that nature, and you show future earning potential because you have resources, it now becomes very hard for her not to consider you a real viable option. She sees your future, she sees that you don't necessarily bend or break just to please others, and because of that, she's attracted to you. This is why oftentimes you will see women consistently complain about the guys that they end up sleeping with, and why those guys constantly have the most options. This is just one small piece of the language of women. If you want to master the language of women end to end, what I recommend you doing is checking out what I made for you. It's in my bio, it's in my description. You'll love it.
Women that make hating men their whole personality
really irritate me. Because if you hate men, why do you still fuck them? Why do you still seek validation from them? Why do you still text them? Why do you still have their babies? You get what I'm saying here? Like, it's very confusing. There was this one girl, her name is Drew, I think. Her whole entire platform that she's created, I thought she was funny in the beginning. I'm in a happy, loving relationship, and there's no reason to, like, hate men. But she made her whole platform on hating men, and women follow her and look up to her. And she has a fucking husband. How can you hate him? How can you hate men, but you have a husband? I always think the girls that follow her and comment,
she going for the grift. She going for the money. Like Beyonce. Beyonce has made, think about how many millions Beyonce made talking about all the single ladies. Put your hands up. Haven't put a ring on it. This woman married. Cardi B talking about, I don't cook, I don't clean. Not even a month after that video came out, there's video that came out, her cooking, cleaning, and sweeping. But I don't cook, I don't clean. Women are so gullible sometimes. Not all women, but too many of our women are gullible when it comes to this narrative of the independent woman and the feminists. These women are married, getting millions upon millions of dollars. Same thing with Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj can come out with them songs and no women gonna still cheer it on. And this woman is married. Once the Beyonce song goes off, these women will still be lonely. These women will still be lonely. Yeah, Law Dog, Cardi B drug and robbed some dudes. Absolutely correct. In her past stripper life. Yeah, and her husband put that video out for real of her sweeping and cleaning. Talking about I don't clean, I don't sweep. Her husband put that right on out there.
are like delusional because she has a husband. She does not hate men. She's tricking you guys. But anyways.
What's wrong with black men today? They're all heading in the same direction. This is a crisis.
We have to stop the passport bros.
Yes, absolutely. Whatever you say, I'll start posting right now.
Listen up, family. The media assault on black men is nothing new. It's familiar, predictable, and almost at this point procedural. When one black man does something wrong, all black men should answer for it.
Let's remember the rule. When one black man does something, we talk about it like it's all of them.
But what if most of them are just building families here or abroad?
That story doesn't travel well.
When one black man does something exceptional, he becomes an individual, an exception, never a representative. That formula has been running for decades. And now that same framing is being recycled with a new label, the Passport Bros.
Man, I'm tired of these passport bros always acting like they better than everybody. Traveling everywhere, talking about Brazil. Man, it's over for them. Ain't nothing wrong with that right here.
Passport bros, always passport bros. They travel, they laugh, they look relaxed, and somehow that's supposed to be normal?
Now, let's slow this down a little bit for the people in the back of the room. Passport Bros is not an organization. There's no membership cards. There's no leadership structure. There's no central office, despite what some YouTubers and feminist-leaning media outlets might suggest. There is no Passport Bro headquarters hidden inside the airport.
It's time. You made it. Men, we take over the world!
Yet, when one individual commits a crime overseas, certain outlets rush to grab the nearest trending word and staple it to the story, because outrage travels faster than fact.
He said he's no longer a passport bro. That's what he just told me.
The definition that people are saying about passport bros, I'm not with all that.
Remember, this isn't about one person. We frame it as all of them.
But he keeps saying he's not a passport bro. He's been very clear about it.
Doesn't matter what he says. If we say he's a passport bro, then that's what he is.
Men of all ethnic backgrounds travel. Men of all ethnic backgrounds date internationally. But the Passport Bros label became widely visible after it was popularized by black men. And history tells us what happens next. When something becomes culturally influential and associated with black men, it's either commodified or criminalized. And when neither works fast enough, it gets defamed. Suddenly, an internet term becomes a moral panic.
Tonight, a growing threat. Authorities say this is how it starts. More on the so-called Passport Bros after the break.
A lifestyle becomes a label, and a label becomes a weapon. This is not journalism, it's framing.
Ha, I'll just label them all the same. This will stop them from traveling. This will stop them from enjoying life.
The American women will love this.
I want to be like them!
So loud, so confident, same anger, same energy.
So, this is the style?
Yes, this is the formula.
We have to stop the Passport Bros.
Yes, absolutely. Whatever you say, I'll start posting right now.
Something's wrong with black men today. They're all headed in the same direction. This is a crisis.
And here's where it gets even more complex. Because this framing doesn't just come from the outside. After decades of negative imagery, those narratives just don't disappear. They get absorbed, repeated, sometimes even enforced by black men themselves.
I gotta get my passport. Come home.
Man, it's over for these Passport Bros. Over. They done ruined everything, man. Always talking about Brazil, Colombia, traveling. Like everybody supposed to leave the country. Ain't nothing wrong with staying right here. And I'm sick of these Passport Bros, bro. Always talking about traveling, women overseas like they better than everybody. They think they special because they got a passport. Ain't nothing wrong with staying right here. Passport Bros ruin everything, man.
You see, growing up in the West, black men are exposed to constant messaging. That their independence is suspicious, their masculinity is dangerous, and their choices need explanation.
Hey, listen, y'all brothers need to stay right here. Be stepdad, be responsible, deal with our attitudes. That's what real men do. You don't just get to travel around smiling and enjoying life. Happiness is earned, and some of y'all trying to skip the assignment.
Over time, that kind of conditioning creates division. Not because black men are predisposed to it, but because constant scrutiny trains people to police themselves before anyone else does.
Shake Passport Bros and BMT. They are a criminal organization and must be stopped. Again!
So now, if you're a man traveling, you can be labeled a passport bro by default.
A passport bro. Huh? You're a passport bro. No, you're a passport bro. And you're a passport bro. Everybody's a passport bro because I say so.
Not because of what you did, but because the media decides who the label fits. The label stretches to fit the story, not facts, not context, just convenience. Criminal behavior should always be addressed individually. Labels don't commit crimes. People do.
You can feel it.
I can feel the power.
Something's wrong with black men today. They're all headed in the same direction. This is a crisis.
But as you know, Passport Bros are all about solutions. You see, there's a shift. Things are changing. For the first time in a long time, black men now control media. We're not waiting to be filtered. We're not waiting to be approved. Content creators like Phil and Vi's show, O'Shea Duke Jackson, Coach Greg Adams, whether you agree with them or not, they represent something different. Ownership, independence, and perspective. They don't all say the same thing. They don't all think the same way. And that's the point. Balance doesn't come from silence. It comes from many voices, not one approved narrative. That's how the pendulum swings. Not overnight and not through outrage. This isn't about replacing one narrative with another. It's about restoring balance. Journalism without racialism, accountability without scapegoating, facts without filters. So in closing, this is a brand new day. This is the internet. It's 2025. We control our own narratives now. We won't be silenced. We won't be lied on. This is not the 1800s where you got one newspaper for the whole country. If people want the smoke, we're going to bring the smoke back to them. If they want to frame us, we're going to frame them. That's what's going on in 2025. It's Passport Bros up and beyond. We're not running from nobody. It's an ideology. It's a mindset. And this ain't the plantation no more.
We keep moving.
You know, it's really interesting watching the losers back home try to rebrand themselves as Passport Bros or Passport Men. Like, I'm glad that you guys have found community with each other. However, that is not what the rest of the world calls you.
Not true.
Ding, you got us. So here's this young woman who I think is of Burmese descent, living her cushy little life in the US. She probably never worried once about things like malaria or being on the wrong side of a military takeover. And she wants to call us the losers back home. Now, it's no good calling her out, because for every guy like me who does call her out, there's 10 more guys waiting to pat her on the head. And that—
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. No matter how much work we put in, there's guaranteed that there's going to be a simp somewhere that's going to try to counteract what we've been working on. It's always like that. It's not that you need to bring the truth just to women, but then you got to bring it to the simps. The women won't believe it. The simps won't believe it because they're trying to get with the women. 100% correct. So at the end of the day, do realize it's not just women that aren't happy to see you happy. There are a lot, and I mean a lot of men in the United States that are not happy seeing you men traveling, seeing you enjoy your lives, seeing you establishing new lives. They're not happy about that at all. Men.
That's how it is in Western society. Western society is a beta provider for every type of female. When an Asian woman starts acting American, she slides over to the American guys and gets a pat on the head. When she gets ran through, she slides over to the beta providers who are just happy to get any kind of woman at all. And then when she starts acting ratchet, she slides over to the ratchet guys. And that's just how it goes. At any point in the spectrum, there's going to be some guy out there who's just going to say everything's okay and just pat her on the head. Get your passports, get out. And if you've seen enough of these videos but you don't know how to get out, check out my bio.
Greatly disappointed me since I've been living here is the amount of coonery that I've seen in Tokyo. And sorry to say, but it's mainly from black men from America.
The coonery. The fact that you guys are enjoying yourselves in Japan, in Tokyo, Japan. The coonery, she says. Because nobody wants to date her or her colleagues. So because you guys are able to smile in Japan and she's not, your smile she considers to be coonery.
The way that I have to watch y'all treat me and my fellow black sisters like shit, but treat the Japanese women all delicately like they're special flowers.
You know what I find the problem with our sisters? They don't want you to treat them like sisters. For all you dudes that be talking about my black queens, my sisters, the sisters. You do know they don't want you to treat them like sisters. You do know that, right? I'm serious, and I'm being facetious at all. I discovered that years ago. When I started traveling to other countries, and I would go back to the States, and I would literally treat sisters as just like in church or at the mosque or synagogue, like sisters, they hate it. They want you to pursue them as mates. But if you treat them like sisters, like this, my sister, power to the people, they don't like that. We just use the term flippantly in the black community. I'm a brother, that's my sister. Shout out to my man Ben Dixon in the building. I know you've been here for a while. And my man Note Limit. Sisters don't like seeing that, man. You literally treating them as you're at the spades table and you're literally not giving them a flirtatious look. You're not cracking any jokes of flirtation. They don't like that. They don't like you going out to the club and you're not buying drinks for them or asking them for a dance. You're just spending time to yourself or hanging out with your boys. They don't like that. You going to the church or the mosque because you're trying to be spiritually focused for your next trips. And you're not flirting with anybody. They don't like that. I'm just giving you guys a head up. When you start traveling and you start treating sisters as just sisters, watch how they flip on you. They do not want to see you happy. One of the reasons is you treat them as sisters. And even when we go to other countries, they be pissed at us due to the fact that we talk to them as sisters. We don't flirt with them when we see them in other countries. Hey, sister, how you doing? You need anything? Okay, I'll talk to you later. We ain't flirting like, oh, girl, you looking good. Where you going? Let me get your number. We don't do none of that. We treat them like sisters in Japan. We treat them like sisters when we're in Africa. We treat them like sisters when they come here to Colombia. And they cannot stand it. How you gonna be a black man smiling in the face of all these Japanese people in Tokyo, but you treat the sisters like sisters? Yeah, she's not a bad looking young lady, but you're just a sister. You're not a bad person. You just in the wrong country at the wrong time. Go back home. If you're looking for relationships, ladies, I've said this on other podcasts. If you're looking for relationships, other countries is not the place to be for a black American woman. It's not the place to be. You need to go back home. Outside of the United States, you're going to be treated like a sister. And they hate it. Yes, they do. They hate that. You're going to be treated and respected like a sister. You cannot say that the brothers are disrespectful. They cussing us out. No, they are ignoring you. And that's what got you upset. The fact that these black men are ignoring you. How dare they?
Vietnamese descent, living her cushy little life in the US. She probably never worried once about things like malaria or being on the wrong side of a military takeover. And she wants to call us the losers back home. Now it's no good. Starts acting American, she slides over to the American guys and gets a pat on the head. When she gets ran through, she slides over to the beta providers who are just happy to get any kind of woman at all. And then when she starts acting ratchet, she slides over to the ratchet guys. And that's just how it goes. At any point in the spectrum, there's going to be some guy out there who's just going to say everything's okay and just pat her on the head. Get your passports, get out. And if you've seen enough of these videos but you don't know how to get out, check out my bio.
Greatly disappointed me since I've been living here is the amount of coonery that I've seen in Tokyo. And sorry to say, but it's mainly from black men from America. The way that I have to watch y'all treat me and my fellow black sisters like shit, but treat the Japanese women all delicately like they're special flowers is insane. The amount of times that I've met black men from America who give people the N-word here is crazy. I recently went to a club and this black guy was asking me how my experience is here dating, and I was telling him, and then he was like, well, I'm in heaven here because, you know, they like fetishize us, so they be worshiping us and doing whatever the fuck we want, so I'm in heaven. What? No.
Yeah, he told you the truth. You told him your truth. He accepted it. He told you his truth. And now you're upset and making crazy faces. He told you the truth. He didn't lie to you. He didn't fabricate it. He let you sit back and tell your version. And you said that, hey, it's not as good as it was in the States. And he said, you know what? Hey, I understand. And then he said, for me and the brothers down here, we are wanted. I know you see I froze that on purpose right there. We are wanted. Because that facial expression that she's making is synonymous to how a lot of them feel in their hearts when they go to Thailand and nobody's effing with them. When they come to Colombia and nobody's effing with them. When they go to Brazil and nobody's effing with them. That's what got them so upset. And to end it all, just like what T-Mac said, she should just go back home.
or the black men that'll be talking to me, and then when we get done, they're like, I enjoyed the conversation, you're so cool, I love black women, I worship black women, I wish there was more in Tokyo, and then we'll go over to their Japanese girlfriend and then talk shit.
No, the problem is you assume that he's going over to his girlfriend and talk shit about you. You're assuming that. They love to have the bear. Bring him on the airplane. Absolutely correct, Theo. Good call. Good call. On another note, gents, make sure y'all take advantage of the market retracting itself in the crypto space. This is true. I've been following that too. This is true. It's crazy. It's crazy how these ladies actually think that because we, say it's nice meeting you, sister, I'll see you later, and we walk away. We don't try to get their numbers. We don't try to sleep with them. They think that we are doing something horrible for treating them like sisters. And that's why I say sisters do not want men to treat them like sisters anymore.
About us. When black American men get over here, the coonery be on 10. Y'all need to pipe down because they do not give a fuck about y'all. Something that has greatly disappointed me since I've been living here.
I'm gonna start coming to men and be like, do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? If you want to come with J Bell to America.
Do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? Girl, would you like to come back with Rob to America?
Rob should have stayed where he was while you playing. Rob should have stayed where he was. All this fame, all this money, 30 years in jail. Hopefully he gets out before then. 30 years in jail when all you had to do was keep your butt out of the country. Let it all die down. You got Russell Simmons back in New York hanging out because he let it all die down. I think R. Kelly's estate. I think, R. Kelly's was state and Diddy's was federal case.
America.
Ladies, stop hanging around women that can't stand the sight of another man being happy. There are women that exist like that, dog. Them hoes be miserable. And they have such bad luck with damn men that they can't stand the sight of a man being happy. A nigga happy just irritate her damn soul. Little do she know she been the problem in every relationship she been in. It ain't never been the damn men. Never, not one of them. Done always been her unhealed, traumatized ass. Them be the main ones that if you go out and get a man and he treating you right and you come to her and tell her all the stuff that he doing for you, she gonna be hating on your ass. She gonna try to sabotage your relationship. Girl,
Was it fed? I didn't know it was fed. Thanks for letting me know.
ain't shit. He just like the rest of them. He gon' cheat. Watch what I tell you. Them be the type of hoes sending you evil eye on the low, doing separation spells behind the damn scenes, hoping you and him don't work out cause she miserable. That's why I tell women, man, if you get a man that's worth the damn, don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. Not even your homegirls, especially your home. If she's single, don't tell her. If she married and she or she in a relationship and she unhappy, don't tell her. Cause that hoe gonna wanna see what's up with him. If you bragging about how good the dick is, she gonna wanna see what it's hitting on. If you bragging about how good he treat you, she gonna wanna see what he in for. Find out if you must.
Absolutely correct. Shout out to all you guys out here for this particular live stream. Yes, sir. Oh yeah, he's down in MCC. You're correct. He's at MCC Chicago. You're absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Thanks for correcting me, gentlemen. You said I got those ISO certification coins. Oh yeah, that's what's up. Let me write that down. Make sure I get a hold of a couple of those tonight. All right, gentlemen, we're going to be heading up out of here. But my point is with this particular subject matter. This particular subject matter is this. A lot of people are not going to like whether you stay in the States or you're not. So if you think that, you can escape the criticism of women in the States as long as you don't use your passport, yeah, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Live your best life, gentlemen. Enjoy your days of happiness. Remember how fast it was you were 15 years old just 3 weeks ago. For some of us, we were just 30 years old 5 weeks ago. Now we're in our 50s. That's how fast life goes by. You get one time, one chance, one life. So you got a choice. You could care about what the sisters are talking about, what the simps are talking about, or you can go and live the life that you want and the life that you deserve. But you cannot, in the words of Abraham Lincoln, I'll end it with this. You can make some of the people happy some of the time, but you are not going to make all these crazy people happy all of the time. Shout out to you guys. He say, Dre, everything that you be saying in these lives made more sense when I got to South America. Absolutely correct. I'm glad you had fun too. I'm glad that when you came down here, everything became more solidified. He say, Dre, are we going to do Super Bowl party? Yes, we are. In Cali, we're going to be at Rico Richie's like we do every year, ever since they opened. So I usually get the Ricos right around. Okay, we're going to be going to church. Then after church, I'll be going to Rico Richie's right after church service, because we go to the 9 o'clock service. So it gives me a chance to come back, get dressed, blah blah blah, and so it's gonna be packed. It's gonna be packed. So I usually try to get there right around 2 o'clock and order my food early, get my drinks early, because I know that by the time everybody gets, it's packed. And for those that don't know, Rico Richie is kind of like a lounge bar restaurant that one of the brothers from Atlanta opened up a few years back, and he actually opened up on Super Bowl day. And every year, for the last 3 years that it's been open, that's where we all go to his spot. And it is wall to wall. Everybody's there. I mean, everybody's there for Super Bowl. So I'm going to definitely be there. I know quite a few guys are going to be there. My brother Horace, he'll be there, a brother from Canada. We're going to have 0 milligram. He'll be there. Vic, he's going to be there. My man George is going to be there. So it's going to be quite a few guys. So I'll be reaching out to guys to let them know, hey, Super Bowl weekend next week. So to let the guys know. Yes, sir. Ben Dixon said that. He said, do it for you, brothers. He said, not for anyone else. Absolutely correct. Whatever you got planned that you want to do in life, do it for you, not for anybody else. The other frogs in the boiling water bounce. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Yeah. That's a good way of putting it. It's like a black expat cheers, because you never know who you're going to walk in there and meet. That is so true. That's what Rico Richie is like. That's what it's like. Shout out to my brother Doug, who is the proprietor of Rico Richie. My brother Kim says this. He says that truly enjoy the conversation this evening. Great show. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it. Let's enjoy some of the new outros that we got going on. Let's enjoy some of these new cowgirl outros. Yes, sir, gentlemen. Yes, sir. Let's go. Yeah, let me make sure I got some new ones. Here we go. Let's try this one. Well, wait a minute. Let me make sure. Oh, here we go. Here's a new one for you. Goodness gracious, I didn't know I was muted. Shout out to you guys. Okay, as I was saying, thank you very much, guys, for letting me know I was muted. Okay. Remember earlier I was talking about the fact that when you come to Colombia, for example, and don't overspend trying to get the top shelf drinks, just get some aguardiente, right? What you just saw the women drinking. Now this is here in Valle de Coco, de Coca. I'm sorry. That's the name of our state that we live in here in Cali. Like Medellin state is the state of Antioquia. Ours is Valle. It looks like Valley, but V makes a B sound in Spanish. So ours is Valle de Coca. That's the name of our state, Valle de Coca. We have our own version of aguardiente that you saw those ladies drinking, just like Medellin has its own version of aguardiente. That's all those ladies want. So when you come to Colombia and you trying to buy this top shelf and pop bottles and all that, don't do that, bro. Don't do that. All they want is some aguardiente. He said, you just added 5 minutes of silent treatment. Yeah, all they want is aguardiente, brothers. That's all they want. Now let's get back to the video. And now you're going to be seeing these ladies taking it to the head, straight from the bottle. That's what the local men drink. That's what the local women drink, whether it be in Medellin, their version, or here in Cali, our version. But don't think that you guys got to come to Colombia and be balling to impress these ladies. You ain't gonna get the coochie no faster than what the local Colombian dude was gonna get it. Now, let us get back to the video. Let's bring that beat back.
Rosalinda un día llegó sin dinero with you.